everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. City of Hope Atlanta, making hope a reality for cancer patients throughout the Southeast. Attorney Ken Nugent. One call, that's all. Xfinity. Get one internet price for 5 years with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. ServPro. When disaster strikes, call ServPro to make it like it never even happened. Saya LTL Freight, the official freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra. La Playa awaits. Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. TYM Tractors, a winning lineup, together as one. Tonight, Truist Park comes alive for Atlanta Braves baseball as
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine.
Hits in the loss last night. Can't go any further without talking about Michael Harris II. He's got an 11-game hit streak. He was 4 for 4 last night. The turnaround is otherworldly.
It's crazy and unfortunate for Brian Snicker and this Braves club that they pinch ran for him late in that game after he had 4 hits. Comes up with a big bases loaded situation. That's Eli White hitting instead of Michael Harris. Kind of wish it would have been Michael, see if he could get that 5th hit. But it has been just wild to see what he's been able to do, the consistency at the plate, the confidence is sky high. Brian Snicker's moving up in the lineup today, so that's a good sign. And I think this is going to continue. And can it continue through the rest of the season and carry over to next year as well? Because right now, he's in about the best spot you could possibly be.
Well, and a big story tonight is Bryce Elder getting the ball for the Braves. He's coming off of a solid start in the win against the Mets, and we'll see what Bryce can bring to the mound.
I think he's been throwing the ball well. You look at the numbers, and the numbers aren't always great with him. He's going to get hit. They're going to be a lot of base runners. Can he limit the walks? Can he punch some guys out? I think those are important things to look at. But with the contact-oriented Bryce Elder, you're going to have base runners. Can he make the pitches when he needs to? The last 3 starts, at least 6 innings each of those starts, I feel like it's going to be another good night for Bryce.
Last night, the White Sox had a season high in runs and hits. Bryce Elder and the Braves pitching staff will try to limit them tonight. When we return, I'll take a look at the starting lineups as we get closer to first pitch between the White Sox and the Braves on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. The app is simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Want to earn a deal on the entire Toyota lineup at the national sales event? Then do as I say. Great job. You just earned a deal. Get $500 in bonus lease cash on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Offer valid through September 2nd, 2025. Offer entitles $500 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2025 Toyota Tacoma vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
I'm Cortland spokespug, Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing. Right, Blooper? Making the right call after you've been injured is no different. For more than 25 years, injured people have made the right call to John Foy and Associates after an accident. Why? Because they know we fight to get you everything you deserve, and we don't stop fighting until you get the most money possible. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Braves country, don't miss out as division rivals the New York Mets come to Truist Park August 22nd through the 24th, presented by your local Ford dealer. On Sunday the 24th, the first 3,000 kids through the gates will receive the Bat Hat cover. It's like a golf driver cover, but specifically made for baseball and softball bats. And after the game, kids can run the bases, presented by Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. It's the perfect Sunday fun day. Get your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Back here at Truist Park, getting you set for Game 2 of the Braves and White Sox. It's been a soggy afternoon. The tarp is off the field and hoping and looking like we're still on time for a regular start. Lineups are powered by Georgia Power, the official energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. First, for the visiting Chicago White Sox, managed by Will Venable. They'll lead off with veteran Mike Tauchman in right field. Batting second is first baseman Miguel Vargas. And hitting third, designated hitter Kyle Teal. Batting fourth, second baseman Lenine Sosa. Andrew Benintendi in left field hits fifth. And Luis Robert Jr. bats sixth. He'll be in center. Batting seventh, first start of the series for catcher Edgar Caro. Batting eighth, third baseman Brooks Baldwin. And in the 9-hole, shortstop Chase Mydroth. So once again, for Will Venable's White Sox, it'll be Tauchman, Vargas, Teal, Sosa, Benintendi, Robert, Caro, Baldwin, and Mydroth. Now for manager Brian Snitker's Braves, winners of 5 of 6 and 8 of 10. In the second half, only the Brewers and Blue Jays have scored more runs. Leading off, the red-hot Jurickson Profar in left field. Batting second, first baseman Matt Olson. Hitting third is Ronald Acuna Jr., starting in right field. In the cleanup spot, Michael Harris II, starting in center field. Behind him, the DH Marcell Ozuna, and then Drake Baldwin, the rookie catcher, in the 6th hole. Batting seventh, Ozzie Albies. He's at second base, and hitting eighth is Nacho Alvarez, starting at third. And in the 9-hole, shortstop Nick Allen. Once again, for Brian Snitker's Braves, Profar, Olson, Acuna, Harris, Ozuna, Baldwin, and Albies, Alvarez, Allen. On the mound for the White Sox, Shane Smith, former Rule 5 pickup and an all-star this year for the Sox. And on the mound for the Braves is Bryce Elder, 5-9 with a 5.89 ERA. That's a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll be back with first pitch right after this on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Ben Ingram here. We're all tied and looking for some late-inning magic. Tundra is up to bat. Swung on. There's a deep drive to left, way back, and gone. This team is on fire, and so is my exclusive Toyota Tundra deal for our listeners. But the only place you're going to hear about it is here, and the only place you're going to find it is at BeaverToyotaComing.com/Ben Ingram. BeaverToyotaComing.com/Ben Ingram, and save on your new Toyota Tundra. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota of Cumming is the official truck of baseball.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special?
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation.
Under budget. If you're ready to grow your business with a team you can trust, let's talk. Visit IBEW613.org today.
Fall's coming fast, Braves country, and deer season's right behind it. Whether you're learning a new lease, planning a public land trip, or headed to deer camp like you have for years, the onX Hunt app is your ticket to a better hunt. See public and private boundaries, drop trail cam and tree stand waypoints, map access routes and road systems, and share it all with your hunt crew. Even with no cell service, onX shows all of your content, boundaries, and your exact GPS location. Download the onX Hunt app from your app store and get after your best fall yet.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike two. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike three. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll. Listen for me with the Locker Room Team, Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
All right, whatever poor weather we had has seemingly moved out. The lights are on at Truist Park, and we're getting ready for first pitch between the White Sox and the Braves. This reminder that the Tire Discounters round.
Zach means business about his bike shop business, so he opened a free business checking account with Mid-Florida, who gave him $300. Guess his financial worries have rolled on out. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA, 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 6 months.
How do you make an Airbnb a Vrbo? Picture a vacation rental with a host. The host is dragging your family on a tour of the kitchen, the bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, the downstairs bedroom, and the TV room, which, surprise, is where you can watch TV. Now imagine there's no host giving you a tour, because there's never any hosts at all. Ever. Voila, you've got yourself a Vrbo. Want a vacation that's completely and totally host-free? Make it a Vrbo.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Charles.
6.
Oh, so close. Betty for the steal?
What about the bank that helps you reach your financial goals? Synovus.
Let's see, judges. Yes, looks like we have a winner.
That's a number?
Sorry, Charlie. Remember, a solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Talk with Synovus about your potential today. Brought to you by Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The number was 4.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight. Fair and Farrah.
As the Albies starting at second base, and another start for Matt Olson over at first base, his 746 consecutive. He's passing Pete Rose with that consecutive start tonight. On the mound for the Braves is Bryce Elder. Elder comes in at a 5-9 record, a 5.89 ERA as he makes his 21st start. Since 2023, he is 5th in baseball with a ground ball rate of 50.3%. That paid off in his last start as he induced a pair of double plays. Talk more about the White Sox order in just a moment, but fans, you can cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES to get $50 off instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Mike Tauchman will lead things off for the Sox. It'll be Tauchman, Miguel Vargas, and Kyle Teal. And if anyone reaches, we'll see Lenine Sosa, who's getting the start at second base and batting in the cleanup spot. Nick, should be a fun one. Braves would love to start another win streak tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to start with starting pitching. The starting pitching has been inconsistent, but they had a run of 3 really good starts in a row. Bryce Elder was in the middle of that as well. we'll see what he does today. Last time out against New York, 7 innings, 2 earned, 6 punch-outs in that one.
Elder delivers the first offering of the game. It's a fastball in for a strike. First pitch at 7:16. Brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. 74 degrees at first pitch. The second offering is a fastball away. Nice, cool Atlanta evening after rain showers through the late afternoon. We had some thunder boomers around the ballpark today. Tuckman takes one inside. That time, Elder misses with the four-seam fastball. You didn't get wet, did you?
I did, actually, coming in. I had to run across the parking lot. Jay Chad was not here with the umbrella to take me across.
2-1 pitch is grounded to the right side. Backhanded reach by Albies, can't get to it, and it squirts into right field. Mike Tuckman has his third hit of this series in 7 at-bats, and that sets the table for Miguel Vargas. I think a lot of people were surprised with the White Sox offensive outburst last night.
I was a little bit too, and they had been swinging that pretty well since the All-Star break, but coming into the game yesterday had lost 4 straight, only scored 5 runs total over that stretch. Last night, a completely different ball game.
And the Braves had only allowed 14 runs during its 5-game win streak. All that went by the wayside last night. First pitch fastball to greet Miguel Vargas. And the count 0-1 to the right-handed hitting first baseman. 2 for 5 with a run driven in last night. .231 hitter, 13 home runs. Vargas has driven in 45. Second offering from Elder, and he swings and just got a piece of one that ran in on his hands with the sinker. What are you looking for from Bryce tonight?
A couple of things. Can he fill up the strike zone with the sinker? I think he's got to be competitive in the zone with the sinker. And how much does he use a four-seamer? Last time out, used it 30% of the time, the second most in any start of his career.
Pickoff attempt to first. Olsen applies a tag, but Tauchman back in time. Tauchman does not have a stolen base attempt on the year. So the big Texan, Bryce Elder, 6'2", 220 pounds, out of Decatur, Texas. He played collegiately in Austin at the University of Texas, and the former Longhorn delivers a slider swung on a miss. 1 down as he dispatches Vargas.
Really good slider, and if he's going to be successful consistently, he's got to get some swing and miss. I'm not saying he's got to get 20 a game, but that slider has to get some chase, some swing and miss, and he has to punch out a few guys because, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to see contact with him, but the strikeouts help a lot.
Season high in whiffs last time out for Elder. Here's Kyle Teal. The lefty swings at the first and fouls it straight back to the bricks. And a Karam brings it all the way back out to the pitching mound where Elder tosses it to a bat boy. Kyle Teal is DHing. He was behind the plate last night, product of the University of Virginia. Went 4 for 5 with a home run, couple of runs scored. He's swinging a hot bat lately. Last 6 games hitting .381. 0-1 on the way. Grounded, line to Olsen, who snares it, will take it right back to the bag. That was a rocket, and that is the third double play turn behind Bryce Elder in his last start +1 inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left on thanks to the double play. We go to the bottom of the first. White Sox.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
One checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Remember the good old days when baseball in Atlanta was an adventure? Book your stay today at omnihotels.com/Atlanta, because some things are too good not to relive.
It doesn't matter if the headline is about the Braves, the Atlanta sports scene, or the college football world. Trust me, Home Team Brandon Lee, weekday mornings, 6 to 10, on The Locker Room on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Tom Hart, Nick Green, as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Braves come to the plate in a scoreless game. Jerks and Profar leading off against White Sox right-hander Shane Smith. The 25-year-old right-hander delivers and misses up and away with 97. Shane comes in 3-7 with a 4.01 ERA. First year in the big leagues, not his first time on this mound. He pitched a third of an inning in the Midsummer Classic here in Atlanta. Second offering, 97 right down the gut, and a count 1-1. Shane's an interesting story. He was a Rule 5 pickup of the White Sox in the offseason by general manager Chris Getz, who's just 2 booths down from us. He was undrafted out of Wake Forest. Misses low with a changeup. That's a power change at 91, and they count 2-1 to Profar. And he went from being a Rule 5 draftee to an all-star, all in the same season. Big right-hander delivers and fits in 98. Power fastball, upper 90s, power changeup.
Yeah, good stuff. Big kid, 6'3", 240. 5-pitch mix, 4-seamer, changeup, slider, curveball, and sinker.
He's from Danvers, Massachusetts, and that pitch nearly got Profar, who was hit by a pitch to start the game last night.
And I think he's going to take them one time through the order, especially from him in the windup. When you watch him throw from the windup, it's a really quick motion to get up in his leg kick. And if you don't slow him down, it could be tough.
He's gone 5 innings each of his last 2 starts, and Profar sends a soft line drive to short right to Chase Meidroth. There's one down with Matt Olson coming up. Here's how the White Sox line it up defensively in the outfield from left to right. Andrew Benintendi, Luis Robert Jr., and then Mike Tauchman in right. Left side of the infield has Brooks Baldwin at third, Chase Meidroth at short. Lenine Sosa started at first base last night. He's at second tonight. And Miguel Vargas at first with Edgar Caro behind the plate. So here's Olson. Had a big game last night. A swing and a miss on a curveball, 0-1. It's now a 10-game on-base streak for Matt Olson, who went 3 for 5 with a double last night. Tied for the National League lead in doubles with 32. Tied with the Cubs' Pete Crow Armstrong. Fouls it back to the screen. 0-2. Big night for the Braves offense last night. 9 runs on 15 hits. And a late surge to climb back in the game, but came up short in a game where the Braves trailed 7-0, 10-1, and 13-4. Ended up losing 13-9. Olson now 4th all-time in consecutive games played as that pitch misses away, passing Charlie Hustle, late great Pete Rose.
It just baffles me to think about that many games in a row and how not great you feel most of those games.
1-2 on the way. Line drive into the gap in left center field. This will send Robert on a chase, and he gets by him. He overran the baseball, rolls up against the fence, and Olson strides into second base with a 1-out double. Well, there'll be a single and perhaps an error on Robert, who doesn't make many of them, only 1 on the season.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was one of those plays where he probably should have cut the ball off, but it doesn't end up hurting them. They give it a double. And with that wet turf, it kind of kicked up behind him, went to his left. He overran it.
You think the wet turf also played into the ability to break?
Yeah, so I was out here last week, and it had rained, and I had no idea how much the ball was checking up, and it looks like it's doing the same here today.
So it is a double, his 33rd best in the league. Ronald Acuna, it's an opposite side base hit, ground ball that Vargas handles and takes to first, and that'll put Olson over at third. I almost said backside.
I knew where you were going.
You got it in my head. So now Olson at third. Great job situational hitting by Ronald to advance Olson. 2 down now for the scorching hot. I've run out of adjectives for Michael Harris a second. How would you describe where this guy is?
I would let you guys just take a listen to the ball off his bat.
4 for 4 last night. An 11-game hit streak in which he is batting .500, and the curveball misses low and in, 1-0. In that 11-game hit streak, He's homered 5 times. He's driven in 15. He has an extra base hit in 9 of his last 11 games, including at one point 8 straight multi-hit games, pardon me. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball up and out of the zone.
And that's something we have not seen a lot from Michael recently. Chasing one 6 inches off the plate in a 1-0 count. He's been really good pulling that ball into the strike zone.
He's got the best OPS in the National League since the All-Star break, 1.144. That'd be 1144, if you will, in front of guys like Shohei Ohtani and Kyle Schwarber.
The usual suspects.
2 balls and a strike now to Harris. Short lead for Olsen over at third. 1-2-1. Low and in, and they want to put a new ball in play. Doug Eddings is the crew chief. He's got the plate tonight. Emil Jimenez down the line at third. Jacob Metz at second base. And Gabe Morales rounds out the crew down the line at first. Through July 10th, Michael's OPS was .539. He's practically doubled it since. 3-1. Fly ball center field. Luis Robert Jr. tracking it to the track, to the wall. It is gone. Michael Harris to second. Scorching hot, sends a 2-run home run over the wall in center field, and the Braves leap in front 2-0.
Got a changeup up in the zone. The first changeup home run given up by Shane Smith. He got him to chase it out of the zone earlier in the count. This went way too much at the plate. Michael, 421 feet to dead center field.
It was after chasing a couple out of the strike zone. With that home run, that means you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires at Tires Discounters tomorrow only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. Visit braves.tirediscounters.com to learn more. First pitch strike to Marcell Ozuna. 12-game hit streak, 24 for 47, 6 home runs. And the pitch misses low and away to Marcell. 12th home run allowed by White Sox right-hander Shane Smith now, and 101-plus innings pitched. One. Misses low. Caught a little bit of dirt for Edgar Caro, the catcher. Talking with Brian Snicker yesterday about Michael Harris's turnaround, and he said quite succinctly, sometimes to ask for the help you need, you have to hit rock bottom. 2-1 pitch. Just low, 3-1. If he did hit rock bottom, that was a trampoline.
Yes. I didn't expect him to make that adjustment with his hands and come back out of it so fast, but it's been a quick turnaround, and it's been a good thing for the Braves and Michael Harris.
3-1 pitch is low and away. Ball 4 is Shane Smith misses with 97. And Ozuna is the third base runner this opening frame for the Braves, thanks to the walk. And that'll bring Drake Baldwin to the plate. Hey, Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area. Drake Baldwin, rookie catcher, takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. 2-0 Braves thanks to a Michael Harris home run. Shane Smith delivers and misses outside with that fastball. They say it's a 6-pitch mix for Harris, but it looks like he's primarily 4-seamer, changeup, slider.
Yeah, and he's mixed in the sinker a little bit more recently and that curveball as well. When you look at the numbers for the year,
Baldwin with a swing and a miss on a curveball.
The sinker is sat at 8%. The curveball is sat at 14%, and he's using the slider a little bit less now, too. So he's kind of trying to make that adjustment, which you have to do as a young player. The better mix you have with the pitches, the more successful you're probably going to be.
It was the changeup which got him the All-Star nod. The power change was great first half of the season. Fouled back to the screen by Drake Baldwin. And still opponents hitting just $1.56 off of it. He throws his change an average of 90 miles an hour.
A lot of ground balls on it, too. And you see what happens when that pitch is up in the zone. You can barrel it up and get it up in the air.
1-2 pitch. And Drake Baldwin tips it into his counterpart's mitt. That'll finish off the Braves in the first inning, as Drake is now 0 for 6 in this series. But Michael Harris, the second, goes yard for the 16th time this season. 2 runs for Atlanta on a pair of hits, 1 left on. We're through with 1. Braves 2, White Sox nothing.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3 alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
The Off Base Podcast is on. Join Lauren Gardner.
WarriorLions.org. This is Buck Ballou reminding you to look for my podcast, Buck's Beat, twice a week on the Fan app or subscribe to the feed at 680thefan.com.
Tom, Nick, and Jay Chad with you. Game 2 of this series from Truist Park between the White Sox and the Braves. Elanin Sosa digs in from the right side to start the second inning for Chicago. Braves lead 2-0. First pitch strike from Bryce Elder with a fastball up top edge of the zone. Outfield playing straight away. Ozzie playing nearly up the middle at second base. 0-1 on the way to the right-hander. Swing and a miss for Sosa. Started yesterday at first base. He's 3 home runs away from becoming just the 4th White Sox second baseman to reach 20 home runs in a season. Alexi Ramirez did it in 08. Juan Uribe in 04 and Ray Durham in 2001. Here's the 0-2. Low and away. I feel like Juan Uribe is still a dirty word around these parts. Ball and 2 strikes to Elanin Sosa.
Still picture that one-handed finish.
Yeah. From the stretch, Elder pitching with nobody on delivers, and it's fouled straight back by Sosa. Hey, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the chicken tacos that Nick had for dinner tonight. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. 1-2. Ground ball foul to the left side. There was we had a bit of an accident in the kitchen or the break room, however you want to phrase it. Somebody didn't squeeze the cap on the nacho cheese. So when they were trying to put it in the bowl, it ended up on the floor. 1-2 pitch is low. I walked in there to grab a drink, and it looked like a pool of, I don't know, like a yellow pond.
A pool of nacho cheese.
Yeah, it looked like, that's right. It'd probably be the best description. 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. Baldwin gives it a look. Behind the plate, crosses the tomahawk. Mask off. 2-hand catch from behind the dish. And Baldwin retires Elanin Sosa. 1 down.
Yeah, I'm not a big nacho cheese guy on a taco.
Are you an Ignacio cheese guy?
Hey, good call. Yeah, I am actually. I like that. I don't really know what it is, but I know there's a third baseman named Nacho, and I'm in on that.
And Braves will shade the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi, and that sends Nacho about halfway between second and third. And Nick Allen playing him right up the middle. First pitch strike to the former All-Star. 0-1. Came up with the Red Sox. Played at Arkansas, and he's got bright red batting gloves that don't match a single thing of the White Sox uniform, but would have matched either one of those previous two.
I know we've been talking about Players Weekend, and I love the fact that these guys are willing to show off a little flair and a little color, even if it doesn't necessarily match.
0-2 to Benintendi. Tipped into the catcher's mitt with a full swing, and that's strikeout number 2 for Bryce Elder.
Yeah, good four-seamer up in the zone. He got Sosa on the four-seamer to pop him up as well, and I think this pitch, after his last outing, is one of those he's going to have to use a little bit more. Just such a different look than that sinker.
Last time out, Elder against the Mets went 7 innings, 5 hits. Struck out 6, walked 2, got 10 ground balls, and that helped him turn a couple double plays behind him. They did swipe 2 bags against him, and the White Sox like to run. Luis Robert Jr. Elmer Fudd likes to hunt wabbits, too. Roberts got 31 bags on this season.
That's one thing he could still do.
1-0. Grounded foul.
You know what? Going back to Benintendi real fast and the red batting gloves, I think that could be the City Connect batting glove.
Oh, gotcha.
Just based off that Bulls-looking jersey they have going on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're good luck.
1-1. Check swing from Robert. Came in. Did that catch Eddings? He's going to walk about halfway out to the mound. Buy some time. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Remember all those times you got hit in the head?
Foul ball, 1-2. Eddings look at the replay. Took it right off the top of the helmet, and he's going to go check with Gabe Morales down first base. He was telling the Braves dugout something about guys getting hit in the head, which is what happened to him, and he may have flinched. I don't know that they hit the bat on the replay. Certainly hit Eddings in the top of the head after it caromed. What I saw is caromed off of Baldwin's mitt. So all 4 of them have gathered together just to the right of the mound. Did you like it when the home plate umpire was vocal? Eddings turns to the Braves dugout, says no foul ball.
I did. Just be honest with everything, and a lot of times it cuts out the arguing when they tell you what's going on.
Well, change the count to 2-1. Yeah, they got the call right after conferring. And you can understand why Doug Eddings ducked his head a little bit. Now he's...
Yeah, and that's a big difference.
Was no foul ball. The count's 2-1.
And that's a big difference, too. 1-2, 2-1.
Huge.
And I love them getting the call right, even if it goes against the Braves.
See how Bryce Elder can bounce back. 2-1 to Robert. A broken back ground ball, 1 hopper to Nick Allen. It's short, high throw handled by Olsen. We're through with an inning and a half. The Braves lead the White Sox 2-0.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom, flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. true. Give me the sunshine, give me a do.
Do the do.
Braves coverage starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on the radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and of course the Fan app.
Braves 2, White Sox nothing. That last ground ball from Luis Robert Jr. came on a broken bat. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs of planet Earth, the official sponsor of broken bats. Ozzie Albies is hitting .389 in his career against the White Sox with an OPS of .1083. He digs in from the left side against the right-hander Shane Smith and sends a ground ball to the right side, and that one sneaks by Lenyn Sosa. Leadoff single for Ozzie. Big opportunity for Bob Fowler. If the Braves steal a base this inning, Bob will win $250 in free marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting braves.com/stolen base challenge. Nacho Alvarez to the plate with a runner on and nobody out. Ozzie's got 11 bags on the season. He's been caught once. So Smith from the stretch now. And the first offering to Nacho runs in on the hands. 95 inside, 1-0.
Got Sosa playing pretty far up the middle. There's a massive hole between first and second. Would love to see Nacho try to shoot that gap.
And a pickoff attempt towards first. Last start for Smith came against Detroit. Took the loss in a 1-0 game. Didn't allow a run over 5 shutout innings. Struck out 5, walked 3, went 5 innings. His last 4 starts, he's been pretty good. Ozzie taking his time over at first after diving back in ahead of the throw. 17 1/3 innings. About a 3.5 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio and ERA just over 3. The previous 4, he was horrendous. 1-0 pitch. Catches the lower edge for a strike. Previous 4, he had an ERA over 12 with 12 strikeouts and 10 walks in 15 1/3 and had allowed 21 hits. It's been an up and down season for the rookie Shane Smith. There goes Ozzie. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to second from Caro is late. It's a stolen base for Ozzie Albies. That's his 12th in 13 attempts on the season. And congratulations to Bob Fowler. He wins $250 in free marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting braves.com/stolen base challenge.
Good jump by Ozzie, too. And this Braves offense has been running the base a little bit more aggressively lately. Trying to stay out of double plays, getting themselves into scoring position. They've got it again.
1-2 to Nacho, foul back to the screen. That was something that came up yesterday. We're down on the field during BP chatting with Snit. And it came up, Nick, in conversation about how often the White Sox run.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, I sure would love it if we have an opportunity to get going again.
And I think you have enough guys to do that. And if you go back to that Cleveland series, too, and I thought this, to me, stood out more than anything with that team. You get guys on first base. There were so many times where they put a guy in motion to keep themselves out of that double play. What happens? You get them on second base, and you have a chance to drive them in.
1-2, ground ball left side, flagged down by Baldwin at third, rolls over and sends a ground ball to first, and that allows Nacho to advance. He's safe at first. The Braves have runners at first and second. Baldwin just kind of went tumbling trying to throw it over after he had made a great glove work to find it.
Yeah, great job getting to this ball, and he can't get a good grip, throws it off the ground, sitting on the ground. And I think Ozzie, if he had a chance to do this over again, he turned his back. And once Baldwin came up with the ball and went back towards second base, nobody was covering third. But you still have first and second here with nobody out.
So the table's set for Nick Allen. Corners come in for the White Sox. Ozzie at second, Nacho at first. First offering to Nick, and he pops the bunt up back to the mound, gets down in front of Smith, only plays at first, and he sends a sidearm two-seamer over there where it's handled by Sosa. Nick Allen does his job, putting down the sacrifice bunt. Ozzie advances to third, and Nacho to second.
Nick got a little bit lucky. He reached for this bunt, ends up popping it up, but we mentioned earlier, it's soaking wet as far as the grass. It's really soft, checks up, and they get the 1-4 put out.
So back to the top of the order. Jerks and Profar lined out to short his first time up. White Sox will bring the infield in. 2-0 Braves lead. Home half of the second. Profar comes in with a 17-game on-base streak. That is fourth longest in baseball. Swing and a miss on the first 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Profar and Olsen batting 1-2 have combined for an OPS over 1,000 over the previous 10 games. Olsen already has a double to his name. He waits on deck. Second offering, swing and a miss again. Fastball made him climb the ladder. 0-2.
Good looking fastball. Starts a little above the belt, ends up at the way top of the zone. That fastball has been a good pitch for Shane Smith this year.
Goes a four-seamer 44% of the time. Sox pitching coach Ethan Katz. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a pop-up, shallow left, drifting in Benintendi. Looking to tag will be Ozzie. Benintendi very shallow. Catch made. Ozzie jab step draws the throw, and it's cut off in the middle of the diamond. Not deep enough. Profar is 0 for 2, and there's 2 down now. And Matt Olson coming up. You mentioned Shane's size. He's a big dude, 6'3", 240, 25 years old, out of Danvers, Massachusetts. Better known as the home to the Salem witch trials back in the 1600s. And that power changeup is wicked. When it is on, it is the next level pitch. Opponents hitting 156 against it. Olsen fouls it back into the seats, 0-1. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
I'm thinking about Rule 5 picks, and when you see an arm like this with stuff like this, it's amazing that they weren't protected. You don't see a ton of them like this, but I can see why Chris Getz wanted to get him.
Well, barely pitched in college, swinging a miss on 98, 0-2 to Olsen. He spent 2 seasons at Wake Forest University. First year was the COVID year. They barely played. The second year, he had Tommy John. So he said, hey, listen, I throw upper 90s. Somebody will take a flyer on me. That wasn't the case. He had to sign as an undrafted free agent. 0-2. Low and in, 1-2. And since he was picked up in the Rule 5 draft, that meant the Sox have to keep him on the Major League roster all season or return him to the Brewers with a check. He's already worked a career-high 102 2/3 innings. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 Atlanta lead. The pitch. Ground ball to the left side off the end of the bat. Smothered by Meidroth. Across the diamond low, but dug out by Vargas. Missed opportunity for Atlanta as Olsen grounds out. First 2 reach, but gets stranded. No runs, couple of hits, 2 left. We're through at 2. Braves 2. White.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink. Then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
This is Dr. Ana Rojas. She just opened her own local vet clinic dedicated to the health and happiness of Florida's furry family members, because that's how she treats all animals, like family. And it's the reason she banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who makes decisions quickly and who gave her the business accounts she needs in case things get a little hairy. Now she can brush those financial worries right off. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
The big hits.
680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Atlanta 2, Chicago White Sox nothing. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Tom, Nick, and J. Chad from Truist Park. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Bryce Elder delivers to Edgar Carroll. 0-1. 24 pitches through the first 2 innings plus for Elder. 0-1 on the way. Ground ball to the right side, charging Ozzie and Olsen. Elder knocks it down. Nobody can get to it. That was just kind of no man's land. And Elder swiped at it and knocked it right down into the dirt. So leadoff man off for the second time for the White Sox.
Yeah, pretty tough play for Bryce Elder. He tries to get there. Matt's going to get it. The problem is Bryce is angled towards first base. I don't think they could have gotten Caro. It just hits right off the end of the glove of Bryce.
Braves turn a double play in the first inning. Take another one of those here in the third. Brooks Baldwin comes to the plate. 3 walks last night for Baldwin to go with a 1-for-2 night. He's reached base safely in 8 of his last 10 plate appearances. First pitch 92 catches the edge away. 0-1. Talked with Brian Snitker before the game today. A couple of updates for you, including Austin Riley, who continued to feel discomfort when he was running the bases today before the downpour started. 0-1 pitch, grounded foul to the right side. He'll be further evaluated by the doctors tomorrow. And the Braves, in addition to a couple other roster moves, picked up Jake Fraley off of waivers. He had been DFA'd by the Reds. Snit tells us that he'll get here by Friday, off day Thursday, after this series concludes Wednesday. 0-2 pitch, low and away. And so the Braves will have a corresponding roster move to activate Fraley. Pretty crowded outfield right now.
A couple of bullpen arms added today as well.
1-2 pitch, swing and a ground ball foul to first. Dane Dunning's back.
Yep. And Connor Siebel, we haven't seen him yet. He was claimed off waivers.
They're playing Baldwin to pull. Nacho's playing way over towards second. And Nick Allen shading him straight up the middle. The pitch. Ground ball to the right side, foul. And you can see why. The last 2 have been hooked into the Braves dugout.
It does feel like Nacho and Nick Allen are a little bit too close to each other. If Nick goes to his right at all, Nacho goes to his left, they're going to basically be holding hands.
Yeah, Robin's racing, right?
That's right. Just make sure you communicate.
Full contact sport. Throw over to first to chase Carroll back. He's 0 for 1 on the bases this year. Elder's pitching from the first base side of the rubber, leans in to get the sign. Comes erect with the glove, letter high, comes home. Ground ball up the middle, and it's a base hit past Ozzie. Stutter stepping into second is Caro, and the Sox catcher will stop right there. Back-to-back hits for the White Sox, 2 on, nobody out.
You almost felt like the Braves had every inch of that infield from shortstop over covered, but Baldwin's able to find that hole between Ozzie and second base.
So an opportunity for the Sox here with Chase Meidroth at the plate. First offering to Meidroth, drops a bunt on the third base side, barehanded by Elder, off balance, lob to first. Olsen with a great grab, leaning out to take care of that one. Wasn't your typical stretch either, because Elder's throw was wide. It does advance both base runners with a sacrifice.
Bryce going a little bit too hard to this. Nacho was right there. It felt like you just didn't see anybody talking. A great pickup by Matt Olson.
It's the second time Elder has gotten aggressive trying to field his position. Back to the top of the lineup, Mike Tauchman. First pitch strike, 0-1. Started him off with the slider.
Tell you what, it never gets old watching Matt Olson play defense. One of the best in the game.
Shading Tauchman to pull. Allen playing him just about straight up behind the bag, and the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2. Slider and then a fastball. That one at 94.
seen a decent amount of 92, 94s with that four-seamer. When you can get to 94, that's a big difference from that sinker at 91.
Runs and 3 hits for the White Sox, 2 runs and 4 hits for the Braves. We're in the top of the third. Elder steps off. Edgar Caro is a runner at third, and Brooks Baldwin is at second with 1 down. Nice cool night here in Atlanta after the showers this afternoon. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. That'll get a run home. Ozzie handles it and goes to first to retire Tachman. RBI groundout scores Caro from third, advances Baldwin to third. Tachman's 34th RBI. There's 2 down now, and Miguel Vargas coming to the plate. Vargas had a couple of hits last night. The White Sox just kept pounding and pounding. Season high in hits and runs. The first pitch strike into to Vargas, excuse me. 2-1 Braves, top of the third. Elder checks the runner at third. And the 0-1. Misses low. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Braves 2, White Sox 1. We're in the third inning. Bryce Elder sitting on 37 pitches. He got a double play to help him throw only 9 pitches and 7 strikes in the first inning, and then a 14-pitch second. Slider low and away. Vargas is the 5th batter that he's faced here in the third. Game 2 of a 3-game series. Will finish it up tomorrow night, 7:15. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Vargas.
Really good sinker. Started middle of the plate, ran way off the plate in. You look at Bryce's last 3 starts, and that sinker's had a ton of movement. And the best part about it, he hasn't had to rely on it.
He's already gotten 4 outs on the ground so far tonight. One of the best ground ball rates in the game since he came up. The pitch is low, thanks to that sinker. Full count. Since 2023, he's 5th in baseball with a ground ball rate of 50.3%. You would have loved playing defense behind him, huh?
Love it, and love it more with the pitch clock as well.
3-2 pitch, low and away. Couldn't get Vargas to chase a slider out of the strike zone. That is the first walk tonight from Bryce.
I think that we forget about the pitch clock and how much that plays a part of the defensive side, especially for the infielders, being on their toes all the time. I know that we're used to that now, but that was a big adjustment early on. I think it's a good adjustment as well.
3-hole hitter Kyle Teal now. He is 0 for 1. Lined out into a double play first time up. And the first pitch misses away as Elder started him with a slider. Teal's coming off of a 4 for 5 last night. Homered. Scored a pair of runs. 1-0 pitch. Just low and away. Vargas with a huge secondary lead fake going, but was never going to run, and so Baldwin gave it a look. And now Drake stands in front of the plate, relays some signs to his infield. Do you let Teal swing here without any confusion, or do you try to make something happen within Teal and Sosa do to start the inning if you run into an out? Pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
I keep him at first until there's 2 strikes. And when you have a lefty up, a ground ball pitcher, you want to open up that right side as well. And if Matt comes off the base with the guy on second, that right side's not opened up as much. So I wouldn't run until he got 2 strikes.
The pitch. And this one's looped into right field. Acuna, long run. It gets down and will roll into the corner. 1 run home. Here comes Vargas scoring all the way from first, runs out of his helmet, which he left back at third. It's a 2-run double for Kyle Teal into the right field corner. And the White Sox claim the lead here in the third.
Bryce ends up getting behind in the count 2-1 and hangs a changeup. If this is down and away, you get that ground ball. It's not down and away. It's middle of the plate. Teal doesn't hit it too hard, but hits it right down that line. And all of a sudden, the White Sox have a couple more on the board.
Rick Granite's out to have a word with both Elder and Drake Baldwin. The White Sox jumping in front 3-2. White Sox are celebrating the 20-year anniversary of their 2005 World Series championship. They may have had divine intervention. I mean, the Braves have plenty of famous fans, but Pope Leo was in attendance at that World Series. I don't know if you can get more powerful than that. The guy holds the highest office in Vatican City.
Yeah, he likes the White Sox. He'll let you know, too.
Yeah. Rocking the Sox hat.
You know, believe it or not, some of those guys are real people, too.
That's right. Swinging a pop-up to left field on the first pitch, Lenine Sosa. Profar drifts in and handles it to the left. And that'll close the Sox third, but not before they're able to push 3 runs across on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on. White Sox have their first.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah & Farah.
Tampa. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah & Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Are you ready to round the bases with baseball?
Visit travelcobb.org.
The same station you go to during the baseball season is the same one you need during the football season. Join me, Nick Cellini, and Chris Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
3-2, White Sox lead, bottom of the third, and Ronald Acuna Jr. leading off for Atlanta. First pitch low. You need all the energy you can get for game day at Georgia Power. You know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. 1-0 pitch is low and away. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Ronald is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the right side back in the first. Low and away from Shane Smith that time. And now 3-0. Braves push 2 across in the bottom of the second. White Sox took a second to answer, but just took the lead with a 3-run third. Fastball outside. He's lost a tick on it, and he's lost control of it. There's ball 4. Put Acuna on. Second walk issued by the Massachusetts native.
One thing I was looking for today with Shane Smith out of the windup with that quick delivery home is how consistent can he be with that release point? If you look at the numbers, been much better out of the stretch.
Well, here's Michael Harris. Runner goes, pitches up. Acuna, great jump, goes in head first at second base with the steal. His stolen base in game number 60 of the season for Ronald Acuna Jr.
Massive jump, too, and a great job picking the right pitch to run on, knowing Shane Smith's trying to throw a strike. Good to see Ronald running again as well.
1-0 to Harris. Showed bunt, took it all the way, and the count 2-0.
Don't do that. You got to swing the bat.
He has been. 16 home runs in the season for the former Rookie of the Year. Looking like an MVP candidate in the second half. 2-0 pitch. Misses. Oh, got him looking at a strike. 96, just bottom of the zone. First 89 games, he hit 208 with an OPS of 545. The last 35, 388, 1121. In 18 multi-hit games, and it all started when he raised his hands. 2-1 pitch. 97 inside. It's been written about extensively, but that long flight out to Sacramento provided Michael the chance to watch some film in the back of the plane, and go back to a bunch of minor league film and see where that stance was.
Not all the way at the back, though, because that's where J-Chad and I were.
I know. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Sosa at second base, and Harris retired, but he advances Acuna. I thought maybe J-Chad was running the iPad for him.
I don't know if he knows how that works.
Audio only. One down for Marcell Ozuna. Back when I was on the plane, we had the middle. Coaches in the front. We were in the middle. And the superstars were in the very back.
Yep.
First offering, 92 inside. That was missed call. Marcell will take it. 1-0.
That's how it was when I played, too. And I was always towards the front by media because I never felt comfortable being in the back. But the way it is now, you have those seating card tables.
1-0 pitch is a hair high, apparently. Smith has gotten squeezed in the last two, and now behind the count 2-0.
Wow. A couple of missed calls. And you look at the plane now, and there's the card tables, and that's where the guys are kind of in the middle of the plane, and then the rest of us are in the back.
Well, where do you play cards?
I don't play cards.
2-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. 2-1.
I used to play, but I like to keep my money, so if you're willing to play without gambling, that was okay. Now I play Uno.
Draw 4 in reverse. Marcell walked his first time up. 2-1 pitch. Chopped to third. Handled there by Baldwin. Looks the runner back Acuna and throws across the diamond. 2 down.
Marcell slams the bat in frustration. Got to see 4 fastballs in a row and ends up grounding that one right into the ground.
What kind of looks you think you'd get if instead of cards, even instead of Uno, you pulled out like Connect 4 or a board game on the plane?
You might get a couple guys interested, but I don't know if they're willing to take that shot.
Drake Baldwin at the plate and swings at the first, grounds it to short. Meidroth gathers, charges guns, kept running after he charged that one. And that'll close the books on the Braves' third inning after a leadoff walk to Acuna. Can't do anything with it. 4 stranded through 3.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
You can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
All right, to the fourth we go. White Sox lead the Braves 3-2. They send 7 to the plate in the third against Bryce Elder and push 3 across. Andrew Benintendi will lead off the fourth inning for Chicago. And the first pitch misses low and away to Benintendi. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If Bryce Elder pitches a scoreless fourth tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. Ground ball to the right side. Ozzy's got it and flips it over to first. 1 down. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Luis Robert Jr. coming to the plate. Just washed my car this weekend. Hey, do you know how many miles long the perimeter is? 285?
I do not.
Here's the line and the first pitch to Robert, and he sends a pop up to right field. Acuna waiting, and we'll haul it in. 2 down.
Is that something I should know?
Well, Pascal Perez would know. It was on this date in 1982 where he continued to make that loop. It is 64 miles long. He missed his start because he couldn't find his way off the perimeter.
Unbelievable.
Some people are ITP, some people are OTP. He was just TP.
I still laugh at that story, too. And no cell phone, so nobody had any idea what was going on.
I can't imagine. Like, I get lost sometimes. It's harder and harder, right, with Waze and with maps. Here's Edgar Carroll, the White Sox catcher. First offering, just missed. 1-0. Could you imagine the stress? You continually look at your watch or the clock on the Oldsmobile, popped up out of play. I'm supposed to be there by now. Were you ever late to the ballpark or late to a game?
No, but last week, I thought I was going to be late to work. I got on the interstate and went 0 miles an hour for an hour and a half.
Good efficiency. Pitches upstairs, 2-1.
Was panicked, and at least I had a cell phone to let somebody know.
Shading the lefty to pull, and Carroll watches that one miss low. But you made it.
I did, and
then you realize getting here that early is a waste of everyone's time. You just started showing up late. 3-1 pitch is grounded up the middle, glove by Elder, and that'll make quick work of the White Sox as he flips it over to first. He puts them down in order in the fourth. Great bounce back inning by Bryce Elder. We go to the home half of the fourth. White Sox lead the Braves 3-2.
Just one bite of the deliciously comforting flavor of easy cooking Eckrich smoked sausage is enough to take you all the way home. It takes you back to Grandma's famous sausage casserole made in her favorite pan. Its naturally hardwood smoked taste sends you away to those summer days with Dad at the grill. Take a bite and see for yourself that home isn't just a place, it's a taste. And we think you'll like it here. Eckrich.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farah fight. Farah and Farah.
Tampa. Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
It's time to step up to the plate and see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
I want to thank the many living legends sitting behind me. I'm humbled and honored to be standing here
while you work on your way home. Be a part of Chuck and Chernoff weekdays 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Bryce Elder put him down in order in the fourth inning, meaning today is a clean inning car wash celebration day. Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by, get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves Country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves for more information. Bottom third of the order due up for Atlanta, starting with Ozzie Albies. The Albies, Alvarez, and Allen. Continuing the car theme, AAA. Ozzie singled up the middle first time up. Shane Smith misses up and away with the changeup. Pardon me, that was the curveball, 1-0. I didn't get a nibble from you when I mentioned that Shane Smith is from the home of the Salem witch trials back in the 1600s. How's your American history? 1-0 fouled back.
It's not great, but you didn't give me enough time to respond to that. I actually did think about responding, and I don't really know what I was going to say, but actually, yeah, I do know. I was going to ask you if you ever called games down there.
In Salem, Massachusetts? Pitch is low and away. No,
See?
Salem, Virginia, yeah.
I'm just telling you exactly how my American history is, which is not very good.
Yeah, and by the way, Massachusetts generally up.
I actually played in Massachusetts. I did.
Uh-huh. You hit a home run in Fenway Park. Not a long one, but...
So, no, I guess...
Is that really the shortest one hit in Fenway history? Swing and a miss. They did a great job poking fun at you earlier this season on the telecast.
They did, and unfortunately, we didn't have StatCast then, so...
Wait, or fortunately.
No, I wanted to know.
Pitch to Ozzie, the 2-2. Popped up and into the seats on the left side.
Yeah, you know, the crazy part about that game was it was Red Sox Braves, and this was 2009. Back in 2004, I hit a walk-off home run against the Red Sox with the Braves. I did it the flip-flop in 2009, and I literally hit a ball right down the right field line.
Line drive off the leather of the first baseman, Miguel Vargas, and Ozzie motoring towards second. The throw from Tauchman is just a hair late, and Ozzie hustles his way into second base and is out laying on the bag with the backside before saluting the dugout. Leadoff double, Ozzie Albies, who is 2 for 2.
Good job with 2 strikes, gets a curveball in the zone, and kind of punches it out down that right field line. Third straight inning for the Braves with leadoff runner on. See if they can cash one in. But
so, folks haven't seen the highlight. You had a home run down the right field line at Fenway around Pesky's pole. It is the shortest right field in baseball, 302 feet.
Crazy part, I hit it right down right field, and the wind just blew it right around the pole. And it was Father's Day as well.
Nacho Alvarez sends a flare into shallow right field. Tauchman lays out and makes the catch from his knees, flips it back to the infield. Mike Tauchman is holding his left hand glove off. He may have gotten jammed tumbling in to make that catch, and that'll bring the White Sox trainer out of the dugout. He'll wave him back.
Those are always tough plays, and a great play by Tauchman. You got to get that glove to the ground, and he gets it to the ground. It rolls kind of right over that right wrist.
Ozzie unable to advance, one down, and Nick Allen coming up. 302 feet from the plate. What did they tell you how far they thought it went back then? You said that was 09?
Yeah, we didn't have those numbers.
First offering. Missed low with a fastball.
I can't remember who hit that this year. That was it 100 or 304 or 6 or something like that? I can't remember the number.
Nick would take one of those. There's now 372 consecutive at-bats without a home run. Fastball on the outer edge at 96, 1-1. So what was the reaction you got from your teammates after that?
They were happy because it was raining, a nasty day, and they were like, the game's over, perfect, we're done.
Wait, that was a walk-off?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Surprised that didn't become a nickname. Swing and a miss. Fouled it straight back, 1-2. Walk-off green. What's your middle name?
Anthony. I give my parents a hard time for naming me Nicholas and Anthony, and all I wanted was Nick.
Walk-off Tony. 1-2 to Nick Allen. White Sox lead 3-2, and the pitch misses low and away. Missed with the fastball. Just going to tug that one. Shane Smith hanging in there. This will be his second time through the order after the Braves jumped on him for a pair in the first. So my guess is when you were playing for the Red Sox, you never went to Salem, swing and a miss, and checked out the home of the witch trials?
I did not. That looked like witchcraftery right here.
Yeah.
Good looking slider. Hadn't thrown it a whole lot and been leaning on that fastball, four-seamer sinker, and gets nicked a little check swing.
2 down, back to the top of the order in Jerks and Profar. Pickoff attempt to second. Ozzie went back standing up. Did you like to get out of the hotel and go do stuff on the road? Or were you, let me just hang out and prep for the game?
I wish I could go back and do it over again. I feel like I missed so much stuff as far as exploring, seeing cities, and having a good time. I felt like I kind of focused on baseball a little bit too much, and I think that could have been a detriment to my career as well, because you need an outlet.
Pitch misses outside of Profar, 1-0. Go to a lot of great places, see a lot of cool things.
So now, if I ever go on the road now, I try to get out and explore a little bit.
Well, I hope you had an opportunity to explore West Sacramento.
Jay, Chad, and I rode bikes all through the city.
1-0 pitch. Fastball over the inner third for a strike. A tandem bike or bikes plural?
They didn't have it. We were going to, and we had to get separate bikes.
Electric bikes or
no,
old school?
And the crazy part about this, the seat was really high on the one Jay Chad had, and we had to swap, and it was still high on me.
Man, this one's driven high and deep to right field. Hello and goodbye with one swing for Profar off the top of the chop house. His third of the series, and the Braves leapfrog their way to the lead on this 2-run jack.
That was absolutely demolished. That sinker's been so good at the bottom, and you make a mistake to Profar right now, it's not coming back. This continues his hot hitting. 437 feet off the side of the chop house.
Woo. He homered twice last night. Pulled both of them to right field and does the same thing here tonight. Here's Matt Olson. And a first pitch curveball drops in for a strike for Olson. 10th home run of the season for Profar. That is now 7 home runs and 17 driven in as the fastball misses low. 7 home runs, 17 driven in over the last 17 games for Jurickson. One. Ground ball off the side of the mound, kicks up the middle. Second hit of the game for Olson. He's now 5 for 8 against White Sox pitching this year.
Yeah, another multi-hit effort for Matt. Nice easy swing on a fastball down and in, and he's done such a good job of staying back up the middle, not trying to hit home runs all the time, and moving that line. Does it again here.
Additionally, Profar has homered in 3 consecutive games for the second time in his career.
3-game home run streak for Profar. Second time he's done that in his career. Ronald Acuna Jr. swings through the first. That time, Shane Smith started him off with a slider.
Homered in 3 consecutive games.
And this is the problem. We talked about Shane Smith mixing the pitches a little bit more over these last couple of starts. When you lean heavily on that fastball sinker combination, you're going to make some mistakes. Guys are going to look fastball sinker hard.
And misses with the slider that time to Ronald.
And if you make mistakes on guys that are hot, they're not coming back. And kind of what we've seen here. Hasn't been able to land the secondary stuff like he wants to.
Jerks has got the tablet in the dugout on the television screen, going back and watching that swing that he just had. Here's the 1-1. Foul tip. Ooh, that caught Caro, and you could perhaps hear him yell after that one got him, and Ronald squats down to check on him. Just foul tip right off the left shin.
Yeah, that even though you have those shin guards and pads, you're still going to feel it.
Edgar Caro spells his last name Quero, which translates to ouch tonight. Standing like a flamingo behind home plate as he bends that left leg up. He's returned to the squat and ready to go again. Ball and 2 strikes for Ronald. Shane Smith from the stretch has the glove belt high, kicks and comes home. And a pop-up to the right side. This one will reach the seats. You were talking about you and J-Chad biking around West Sacramento. Was there anything to see there? Did you go over the bridge? Did you make it into the big city?
It's actually kind of cool little city. It's small, but we didn't get too far away from downtown.
1-2 on the way. And straighten this one out. Sends it to right field this time. Talkman back onto the track. Reaches for the wall and makes the catch a step in front of the fence. That'll close the Braves' 4th, but not before Jerks and Profar homers for the 3rd time in this series. It's a 2-run shot. One of 2 hits for the Braves. One of 3 hits in the inning. And 1 left on. We're through with 4 at Truist Park, and the Braves lead the White Sox 4-3.
Excellence. 5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Take a hack at guessing what.
B-Team Bombers in. Tom Hart, Nick Green sitting in for the regulars, and J-Chad pushing the buttons. We got a 4-3 Braves lead, top of the 5th, and the first offering to Brooks Baldwin misses up. 1-0 the count. Brooks singled and scored in the 3rd. 1-0 from Elder is fouled into the seats on the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bryce had a nice bounce back inning last inning. A 23-pitch 3rd, 8 pitches last inning, got him back on track.
Fits in a strike at 92 to Baldwin. That's a 8-pitch inning is the second most efficient of his game. He had a 9-pitch first thanks to a double play. Baldwin homered last night. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Bryce Elder, and that brings Chase Meidroth to the plate. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Hey, what's your takeaway after a night of reflection and Spencer Strider's struggles, not just recently, but specifically last night?
It's tough, and I know the feeling that he has, and he's going to be accountable. We know that, but...
First to Mydroth inside 1-0.
My first thought with all of it, obviously we're dealing with somebody coming back from injury, but can he develop a different pitch to get guys off that fastball slider? And I think that's going to be huge moving down the road.
Second offering catches the top of the zone.
And I think the frustrating part, too, is you're still looking at velocity that's still pretty good. Location's not ever been his thing where he's been able to dot all over the place. When you're throwing 99, you get away with mistakes. At 96, you don't.
Here's the 1-1. In for a strike, 1-2. Yeah, his velocity was up just a tick yesterday. Averaged 96.2 on the four-seamer over his season average of 95.6. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball through to the right side past Olsen, who's playing off the line, and down the right field line. So one-out single for Chase Mydroth. He did say after the game that the fastball is not moving the way I need it to move because I'm not moving the way I need it to move. The induced vertical break, which is a fancy three-word term for rise, just isn't what it has been.
But I think, and I don't have all the numbers, and I haven't ever dived into all those numbers like that, but if you have extra pitches to go to, you can get away with certain things when you don't feel right.
Like Tauchman sends a ground ball to the right side, past the diving Ozzie Albies into right field. And the White Sox have runners at first and second with one down here in the fifth. So you're saying if you don't have your best fastball, if you have a wider arsenal, if it's not acting the way you want it to, go to the next best pitch.
So the way to get guys off certain pitches is be able to throw different pitches and make them respect that and honor that. And if you can't do that, you don't have extra pitches to go to, you have to go back to what has worked in the past but is not working right now, and mistakes get hit.
Miguel Vargas swings at the first. They're jumping all over Elder early, and they're going to wave him home. Here comes the throw. Mydroth tried to walk in. The ball got away from Baldwin, and he scores standing up after reversing field to step on the plate. Aggressive move by Justin Jershell, the third base coach, to wave home Mydroth, and Profar's throw beat him to the plate. But Baldwin couldn't squeeze it.
This is what we saw last night from this White Sox team, being aggressive. Profar, good throw. It does two-hop ball when that short hop at the end just couldn't get to it on the backhand side and make the play at the same time. Got rushed a little bit.
Mydroth ran right by home plate and had to reverse field and to step on the dish. So Baldwin would have had him, even had he not tagged him originally, as long as he would have fielded it cleanly. RBI single for Vargas, runners at first and second, and another first pitch swing, this time from Kyle Teal, who doubled home two his last time up. It is now a 4-4 game. Tauchman at second, Vargas at first. 0-1. Check swing, and it was in there for a strike at the top of the zone. You know, another thing with Spencer, he's talked about trying to find that induced vertical movement and some of the horizontal movement as well. And he said, I don't think this is something I can find in between starts. Pitch misses low. And it's about manipulating either the delivery or the grip, but whatever fine-tuning you have to do. Some guys find it naturally with a bullpen session or just playing catch on flat ground, but obviously it's something he's been searching for. 1-2. Off the end of the bat into center field. Harris coming in, still charging on a dead sprint now, and he makes the catch. And the Gold Glover handles it for out number 2.
When I go back to Spencer, it feels like, obviously we know that he knows his body really well and knows his movement pattern, but there's going to, like, when you think about guys, how many starts do you feel great with? How many times do you feel like you're out of sync as far as mechanics? What is it, like a third of those starts you feel terrible, third of them you feel great?
First pitch to Lenine Sosa, catches an edge for a strike, 0-1.
And a third you feel okay? So if you have to rely on being perfect with your mechanics every time out, that can be troublesome. What was able to get him by in the past is velocity up to 99, 100 miles an hour.
Here's the 0-1, blown away.
And I think that's the most frustrating part with him, knowing that where he's pitching right now, it feels like he has to be perfect with his body movements to get the movement he wants on the pitches. And if you can't do that in between starts, that's where you see that frustration with him. And he knows exactly what's going on. And I hate it for him, but it's part of the game, and we have to continue to make adjustments.
Lenine Sosa out in front of this one, ropes it into the seats on the left side. Great catch on a carom by a follically challenged gentleman. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another broken bat, and Sosa will have to pick out better wood. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth, the official sponsor of broken bats. Second time in as many games he's had bad lumber.
This feels like one of those Bryce Elder innings, too, where you get a quick out to start the inning, then you make a pitch with 2 strikes, soft contact, they're on base, then they jump him on a couple of pitches middle of the plate, and all of a sudden you get up a run.
Here's the 1-2. Soft line drive to the right side, found a hole. Talkman being waved home from third. Ronald's throw going to third and over through the cutoff man, and that allows another 90 feet for Lenine Sosa. It turns an RBI single into a 2-base hit with Vargas now at third, and the White Sox add to their advantage.
Another mistake, 2-strike mistake, backs up the slider middle of the plate. Sosa, another base hit, and all of a sudden the White Sox have another lead.
5-4 Chicago. Andrew Benintendi squares the bunt and takes 92 away, 1-0. Five runs and 8 hits for Chicago, 4 runs on 7 hits for Atlanta. We're in the top of the 5th. The 1-0, and that one missed with the sinker up, 2-0. Shading the lefty Benintendi to pull. 2-0 offering. Breaking ball low, did not go. Appeal denied by Emil Jimenez down the third base line. Connor Siebel just came up today from AAA Gwinnett. He's now warming in the Atlanta bullpen. 3-0, the pitch. And it's ball 4. That one non-competitive, missed well out of the strike zone. A 4-pitch walk loads the bases. Ryan Snicker has a word with Rick Kranitz. He's going to set the clipboard down and come out to the mound and have a visit with Bryce Elder, who has struggled here in the 5th inning after striking out Brooks Baldwin to start the inning. Chase Meidroth with a single, then singles from Mike Talkman and Miguel Vargas. After a flyout from Kyle Teal, Lenine Sosa singled home a run, took second on the throw, and Benintendi walked on 4.
Just so frustrating, too. That consistency for Bryce Elder has not been there. Has some really good innings in, has some of those innings where you make mistakes and you're not getting that swing and miss. Contact hurts him every time he goes out and gives up 4 or 5 runs. It's just too much contact on the day, and we're seeing that again here in this one.
Not a laughing matter, but Doug Eddings, when he went out to break up the powwow, said something that made Rick Kranitz smirk and giggle walking off the mound. Luis Robert Jr. is the 8th batter of the inning for the White Sox. Bases loaded for him. Dangerous hitter, and a first pitch fastball misses in. 5th straight pitch out of the strike zone from Bryce Elder. Robert is 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for 8 in the series. 1-0 pitch. Low. 2-0. 2 down in the inning, but nowhere to put him. 2-0 pitch. In for a strike. Hubbard's had a good career. He's the longest tenured White Sox, but he's been struggling lately. is 5 for his last 34. Has not been a good road swing. 2-1. Swinging a ball tipped foul. Vargas the runner at third, Sosa at second, and Benintendi at first. White Sox lead at 5-4. Elder delivers the 2-2. Roped foul down the left side just past the tarp. Way out in front of a changeup that time. Beautiful night at the ballpark. We had some heavy thunderstorms this afternoon, about 4 or 5 o'clock, and they moved out, left a soggy field, but no raindrops. Check swing on a pitch low. Denied by Gabe Morales, and that takes it to 3-2.
And Bryce has to be competitive in the zone right here. I think you got to go with sinker, let it move, but you got to be in the strike zone.
Here's the payoff of the bases juice. Check swing hit the knob. I get the handle or the knob, just barely rolled off the bat.
Yeah, had to be 6 inches off the plate in.
Carousel will be spinning for the Sox. Here's a 3-2. Swinging a line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball past the reach of Nacho. 1 run home. Sosa coming home. And now the way Benintendi. It's a bases clearing 3-run double for Luis Robert Jr. And the White Sox now lead this thing 8-4. It's a 5-run fifth for the visitors. That'll be the end of the line for Bryce Elder. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. Bryce Elder out after 4 2/3 innings. The White Sox have another comfortable lead. It's 8-4 Chicago. Back to Atlanta in a moment.
From playing catch in the front yard to backyard barbecues, your lawn is the backdrop to it all.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals
Made 3 appearances on the season, all with Tampa Bay. 1.35 ERA, 6 2/3 innings, 1 earned run. Made 1 appearance in Gwinnett. That was last Thursday. Went 2 shutout in that one with 4 strikeouts. 4-pitch mix, 4-seamer, changeup, slider, and sweeper.
Lefty's hitting only $133 against him in his 3 games with the Rays. He'll start with Edgar Caro, and the first pitch misses up and away to the White Sox catcher. It's a 5-run fifth so far with runner at second, Luis Robert Jr. Siebold close stance on the mound, left foot in front of the right, comes home with the fastball upstairs. 2-0 now to count. Siebold has previously been up with the Red Sox, the Rockies, and the aforementioned Rays. Also spent time in the Korean baseball organization pitching for the Samsung Lions. 2-0. Breaking ball popped up to the left side, and that one will reach the seats. He's a 29-year-old from Laguna Hills, California. Played his college ball at Cal State Fullerton, where he was drafted by the Phillies in 2017 in the 3rd round. Here's the 2-1 to Caro. Up and away, 3-1. Traded to the Red Sox with Nick Pivetta in exchange for Brandon Workman, Heath Embry, and cash in 2020. So that one caught the top edge of the strike zone. Take that one.
Good backdoor slider.
Here's the payoff from Siebold to Caro with a runner on. That's low and in with the slider. White Sox will send 10 to the plate here in the 5th. Brooks Baldwin started this inning with a strikeout. Now he's back at the dish.
This game feels so much like game 1. Good offensive performances on both sides.
Baldwin looks at that one low and in, 1-0, two aboard in front of him. It's an 8-4 White Sox lead.
And the White Sox kept adding on yesterday. The Braves came back a couple of times. It made it a game. You're going to have to do the same again here tonight.
From the stretch, the 1-0. Fouled straight back. And Snit was kicking himself after the game for giving Michael Harris some rest. He took him out for a pinch runner in the 8th. And then his spot came back up in that same inning with the bases loaded. But the game seemed so far out of reach when that 8th inning started. 1-1. Popped out of play. And I guess it's a good thing about this Braves offense. Feels in some ways like the way they've been playing, swinging the bats, especially over the last 10, they're within striking distance.
Early in the year, this felt like way too much to come back from. Now you feel like they still have a shot if they can limit the damage.
Yeah, you and Jay Chad would already be on bikes right now. 1-2 pitch, bounced up the middle. Nick's got it, races to the bag, and hits it right before the runner gets there. It's a 10 at-bat inning for the White Sox, and they're able to extend the lead. We go to the home.
Dr. Ana Rojas just opened her own vet clinic where she treats all pets like family. That's why she banks with Mid-Florida, who always treats her like family too. Now her financial worries are barking up another tree. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
If you're a lineman in charge of keeping the lights on, Grainger understands that you go to great lengths and sometimes heights to ensure the power is always flowing, which is why you can count on Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery, so you have everything you need to get the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Buy you some.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
White Sox with a comfortable lead over the Braves as we go to the bottom of the fifth innings. You know, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It is made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. Now you do. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Home half of the fifth, it'll be Michael Harris, Marcell Ozuna, and Drake Baldwin coming up. The White Sox brass in a pretty good mood now, huh?
Yeah, they feel pretty good. I guess I would too. And when you're swinging the bats like this, tell you what, they've impressed me. They come in with a 44-80 record, and these first two games, that offense has looked pretty solid.
And GM Chris Getz is in the house, brought his son with him to Atlanta. Ground ball to the right side from Harris, and a toss back to Shane Smith covering the mound. 3-1 ground out, and that'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. Marcell is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. White Sox lost 121 games last year. Yet they got a series win against the Braves, and, well, they're threatening to do the same. First pitch in for a strike. 0-1 to Marcell. Drew a walk in the first inning. 8-4 White Sox. 8 runs on 9 hits. Braves with 4 runs on 7 hits. And Shane Smith still hanging in there. Pitch outside, 2-1. Smith delivers. 2-1 pitch is fouled straight back. He threw a third of an inning in the All-Star game. Pitching for the American League. He's the White Sox lone All-Star representative. The White Sox set a modern record with 121 losses last year. They're on pace for 100 losses for the third straight season. Marcell sends a high fly ball into left center field. Robert racing back to the fence, and he makes the catch as he meets up with the wall. 2 down, a long fly out for Marcell Ozuna.
Good looking swing, just caught off the barrel just a little bit. Robert tracks down in the gap.
And so with 2 down, Drake Baldwin comes up. He's looking for his first hit this series. In advance of this series, I was digging in and reminiscing about the White Sox World Series championship. First pitch, a strike. They honor those guys. Mark Burley's got a statue now. They honored him this year at the anniversary. And I went a little bit further back. Did you know that the White Sox were founded as the Sioux City Cornhuskers?
I did not, and that's interesting stuff. What year was that?
1891, Sioux City, Iowa had its annual Corn Palace Festival with an exhibition game between the Cubs, who really didn't become the Cubs until 14 years later, and what would be the White Sox. The Boston Bean Eaters were around too. Swing and miss for Baldwin. And now those former Cornhuskers have a comfortable lead. It's an 8-4 Chicago lead as we head to the 6th in Atlanta.
Celebrate over 100 years of steak perfection during the Omaha Steaks Anniversary Sale. Save 50% site-wide on USDA certified tender steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED at omahasteaks.com today. Don't wait. Shop the anniversary sale at omahasteaks.com to save 50% on legendary steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Top of the sixth inning in Atlanta, White Sox lead the Braves 8-4. Napa is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Tom Hart with Nick Green, J-Chad rolling along. Game 2 of this 3-game series. We're talking about the history of these White Sox. First played in 1891. First pitch swinging, ground ball to third. Nacho's got it, and he retires Chase Mydrop. So they played one kind of season in 1891. There's some controversy because the Cubs, the Chicago National League team, as it were, thought that they had won what was described as the World Series, a precursor. And it was under investigation by the time Sioux City had a, quote, World Series championship. Pitches in for a strike. So the Huskers won the series against Chicago. And then they won a series with the St. Louis Browns of the American Association. It's all back in the late 1800s. 0-1 to Mike Tauchman, misses away. But they couldn't field a team in 1892. The Western Association had gone bankrupt and was dissolved after the season. Then they had a big flood in the summer of 92, a financial panic in the summer of 1893. Ground ball to the right side. Olsen backhand will flip to Siebold cover. And you think our times are tough. Devastating flood, financial panic. Sioux City's economy went in the tank. Revived in 94 by Byron Bancroft Johnson in the new Western League. And eventually, after winning the pennant, the Cornhusker franchise was sold to Charles Comiskey. He moved the team to St. Paul, Minnesota. They became the St. Paul Apostles, now known as the St. Paul Saints, and another version. Then Ban Johnson transformed the Western League into the American League. Pitch misses low and away to Miguel Vargas. And Charles Comiskey eventually moved the franchise to Chicago, where in 1900 they became the White Sox. And this has been History Hour with Tom. 1-0 to Vargas. Popped up right side and into the seats.
Do you know how many teams were in those leagues back then?
It sounds like there were only 3 or 4 in that original Western Association. But remember, I was watching the Field of Dreams game the other night. They had never played a major league game in the state of Iowa until they played that original Field of Dreams game, which I believe the White Sox played in for a strike. 1-2 to Vargas.
Wasn't that the one that Tim Anderson hit the home run in?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner came walking out of the cornfield?
Not necessarily.
Wasn't he in the open? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, okay.
I thought you meant when he hit the homer.
Trying to gaslight me. No. Pitch is low and away, 2-2 to Vargas.
That actually was amazing, and I love those one-off games. I think they're so great, especially when great things happen. That moment gave me the chills a little bit, knowing the Black Sox history and all that stuff as well.
2-2 pitch is lifted to right field. Racing to his left is Acuna towards the line. Can't get there. Stops down in front of him. He turns and fires to second. And Vargas loses his helmet as he goes in standing up. Miguel Vargas has run right out of his helmet a couple of times. His hair is a little bit longer and thicker than yours, just a little bit. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
I guess I could have said ours. White Sox lead the Braves 8-4. Kyle Teel back at the plate. These Sox love hitting in this ballpark, huh? First pitch to Teal. Finds the edge for a strike. 0-1. Nice to run into Chris Getz, the general manager of the Sox, and his assistant GM, guy you used to play with.
Yeah, Josh Barfield, good baseball guy. Jesse Barfield's son. Came over from Arizona.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I'd love to see guys that I played with go to teams that have a chance to rebuild and kind of change the atmosphere and direction of a team. And I think Chris Getz and Josh Barfield are getting this team headed in the right direction.
Here's the 0-2. Foul back to the screen. White Sox will have an opportunity in the draft lottery to have a great pick. And the Braves right there. Right now, the Braves in the top 6 for next summer's draft. The anti-tanking rules have a handful of teams like the Rockies, Nationals, and Angels picking top 10 and lower. Fouled back. You can't have a pick in the lottery for 3 consecutive seasons. So the Rockies could end up with the worst record, and the best pick they would have would be the 10th. Nothing in 2 to Kyle Teal. Sketch has done a good job finding some bargain basement deals. Pitches outside, 1-2.
I think they did a nice job choosing managers as well as far as Will Venable is concerned. I think bright young guy and bright future as a manager as well.
Siebold delivers and misses low and in. Well, he is a bright guy. Played college baseball and college basketball at Princeton. In fact, he went to Princeton as a 2-sport star, but primarily just to play basketball for John Thompson III, and ended up playing in the NCAA tournament. 2-2 pitch. Fouled down the left field line. In fact, he reluctantly went out for the baseball team his sophomore year, and he turned into an all-Ivy player, then turned into a big leaguer.
Reluctantly.
Yeah. I think as the story goes, his mom suggested, hey, you know, basketball is pretty good, but don't you still love baseball? Yeah, I'd give it a shot. They lost to Texas in the Atlanta Regional in the first round. High fly ball right field. That ball is looped towards the chop house, and it is gone. 2-run home run for Kyle Teal. Second home run of this series. He has 2 hits tonight and 4 RBIs.
Back-to-back nights with a homer for Teal. This offense is not slowing down. I don't think this ball's out in a lot of ballparks, but good job going down and getting a changeup and barely getting it over the wall in right field.
Ten to 4. White Sox with the lead. Here's Lenine Sosa. First pitch low and away. Yeah, so Will Venable says, sure, let me play some baseball and basketball as well. In fact, he was the leading scorer in their NCAA tournament loss to Texas for Princeton that year. Hit 5 of 6 from the floor, got to the free throw line, finished with 16 points and 3 steals. Playing for JT3. His dad was a legendary Georgetown coach, and then parlayed that in 9 years in the big leagues, primarily with the Padres. 1-1, low and away.
Isn't that wild? You go to school to play basketball, and obviously he had the talent to play baseball as well, but you get the great education and get the NCAA tournament experience. And at the end of the day, you're a big league manager after playing 9 years in the big leagues.
That's wild.
Not even where you expected to be.
2-1 on the way. Up and in. If you pinned him down, he probably said, I'd more likely to be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls than the manager of the Chicago White Sox. Dane Dunning getting loose in the Braves bullpen now. Siebold from the stretch. Here's the 3-1. Fouled off. I don't know if you remember, Pete Carrill was a longtime Princeton coach. They had some NCAA tournament upsets, but they ran what was called the Princeton offense. It was a bunch of short guys primarily, less athletic than their talent, running a bunch of back cuts and just playing a very smart brand of basketball, which certainly fits with the Ivy League. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 3, and we'll bring it into the 6th inning. 2 more score by the White Sox here in the 6th inning, and they lead the Braves 10-4.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight.
Fair and Farah.
Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom, flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing
30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply. Thank you, DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, for being a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium. Book your next stay at the DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chuck Oliver. You won't be able to get through the end of baseball season or the entire college football season without Chuck and Chernoff, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Bottom of the 6th inning in Atlanta, White Sox lead 10-4 as the Albies leads off. Bottom third of the order for Atlanta, and the first pitch misses away. If a Braves player hits a home run this inning, Brenna Hunter from Alpharetta will win $1,000. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, Ozzie fouls it back. Visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. I have to say, Brenda, that the odds not with you unless Ozzie can catch one, because Nacho and Nick have goose eggs in the column. 2-1. But we're pulling for you. 10 runs, 11 hits for the White Sox. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Braves. Ozzie fouls one straight back. Another one off of Edgar Caro. That one caught his left arm. He is going to need an ice bath tonight, huh?
Yeah, had a tough time back there tonight. When you see this many pitches, a lot of foul balls, a lot of times you see catchers wear it a couple of times.
Swing and a miss for Ozzie. Strike 3. But I thought Shane Smith was on the ropes earlier this game, but he is just grinding through.
Yeah, there have been a couple of innings where the Braves let him off the hook. He had first and second, nobody out. In the second, he couldn't get a run across. He ended up with a leadoff walk in the third. Ends up getting the third, but nothing can happen there either.
Nacho Alvarez looks at a first pitch strike, 0-1.
But give Shane Smith some credit. He's been able to battle all day long and make some pitches when he needs to. Still think that fastball, four-seamer, and sinker both have been pretty good. Now made a couple of mistakes.
Misses with 94, four-seam fastball.
But it's a live pitch. I think that secondary stuff needs a little bit of refining, but there's a promise there as well.
4 runs for Braves have come on the strength of a pair of 2-run home runs. Michael Harris in the first, Turks and Profar in the fourth. 95 in for a strike. MLB handed down disciplinary action to Victor Robles after he threw his bat on Sunday at an opposing pitcher while on a rehab assignment at AAA Tacoma. 10-game suspension and an undisclosed fine for his conduct. Suspension doesn't go into effect until he gets back to the big leagues. Pitch is low. Robles is appealing. And the article says the discipline will be held in abeyance until the process is complete. Fouled straight back.
What are we appealing? You threw a bat at a pitcher.
We're appealing a baseball writer using the word abeyance in an article. That's what I am appealing. Ground ball roller to the right side. Sosa gathers and flips over to first, 2 down.
That was wild, and if you haven't seen it, if you can go back and look at it, I know that, if I'm not mistaken, Robles had been hit a couple of times on this rehab assignment and then gets hit again. He actually tried to swing at the ball, and all of a sudden, a bat goes flying towards the pitcher. Do you remember years ago, I think 2006, when Delman Young threw a bat, hit the umpire?
Oh, yeah. Swinging a foul ball foul to the right side, which was completely out of character for a level-headed guy like Delman Young.
Totally out of character. I actually was on that team. I just wasn't there at the time. That team was an interesting team.
Oh, do tell. Just outside, 1-1.
We had the great Richie Hebner as a hitting coach. He used to always crack me up. He ran a graveyard in the offseason. Said it'll be the last one to let you down.
1-1 pitch catches the edge. 1-2 now to Nick Allen. I bet he only told that joke once or twice. What year was that?
That was 2006. Elijah Dukes was there.
1-2 pitch, ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by Meidroth, gets up and throws and got him by a hair. Tip of the cap, fantastic defensive play by Chase Meidroth. The White Sox. Shane Smith is through 6 with a 6-run lead. White Sox 10, Braves 4.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah.
Noon on 680 The Fan.
10-4 White Sox as we head into the top of the 7th inning. Dane Dunning will be the 3rd pitcher of the day for the Braves. Just recalled today. We've seen him with Atlanta. 3 games, 2 2/3 innings, 8 earned runs over that stretch. Last time he pitched was last Tuesday. And Gwinnett, 6 innings of 1-run baseball and punched out 4.
He'll start with Andrew Benintendi. And the first pitch of Benintendi is over the inside third for a strike, 0-1.
Attendance is 29,134.
I haven't done a deep dive, but These guys would have faced each other in college playing in the SEC probably a time or two. Dane was at Florida and Benintendi at Arkansas. Dane Dunning's junior year, he was on a loaded Florida team. 0-2 to Benintendi, swing and a miss. Benintendi goes down on strikes. That was before Dunning was drafted by the Nationals. The third baseman on the team was Jonathan India. A.J. Puck was in the rotation. He's been in the big leagues. Jackson Kowar was in that team. And they had a first baseman out of Plant High School in Tampa, 6'2", 225, that watched cartoons all day and hit home runs at night. That was Pete Alonso. First pitch in for a strike to Luis Robert Jr.
You know what's funny is...
Oh, Brady Singer was also on that team. I forgot. Sorry.
I couldn't name off all those names, but we were on the boat on Lake Lanier with our friends a couple of weeks ago, and my buddy's a big Florida fan.
Pitch to Robert is low.
So he was talking about Dane Dunning and talking about those teams back in Florida, and I had no idea who all was on those teams, but it's some pretty good arms and pretty good bats as well.
Yeah, I don't think India, the pitch is swung on a miss by Robert. I think India had one error the entire season. It was before he grew his hair out. 2-2 pitch. Strike three call. Back-to-back Ks for Dane Dunning. Benintendi swinging and Robert looking. I wanted to go back to that Rays team. That was quite the collection. How did Joe Madden handle all those personalities?
So 2006 was his first year, and he kind of let everybody do what they do. And
first offering just inside of the lefty.
As much as I love Joe, I felt like there needed to be some sort of strict policies at times.
Low and in 2-0.
Some accountability, and it felt like it took a little bit of time for them to get to where they end up getting. But that was coming off Lou Piniella back in 2005. That was his last year in Tampa, and things were a little bit of a mess over there.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
So I actually started that year in 2006 in the big leagues and ended up starting 3 for 39 on the season. One of those 3 hits was a bunt, sacrifice bunt that turned into a hit.
Check swing, he went 2-2.
But
you could look around that clubhouse and say, listen, I might be slumping, but I can come out of a slump. You can't come out of crazy.
No. It's challenging. And
pulled to the right side, backhanded by Olsen after a couple of skips on the dirt. Takes it himself. A 1-2-3 frame worked in the return of Dane Dunning. And so we move to the 7th. White Sox trying to get a series win. Chicago leads this one against the Braves. Back in a moment, the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hi. Sorry. Did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hi there! I'm a 4-leaf clover. You know, the lucky thing you used to look for. But now, with Lucky 7 scratchers from the Georgia Lottery, nobody wants me anymore.
There's a reason nobody picks you, dude. It's because I'm luckier.
Whatever, horseshoe. Shouldn't you be clomping down the street or something?
Shouldn't you be covered in weed spray?
This is my radio commercial.
For things not as lucky as
They're all the luck you need. Win up to $2 million with the Lucky 7 scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Courtney, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/BatteryAtlanta.
You won't be able to get through the football season unless you catch the latest news while you work. Lock in Cellini and Domino every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
Braves trail 10-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the White Sox is lefty Tyler Gilbert. 33 games on the season, a 4-1 record, 3.13 ERA, 37 and a third innings, only 24 hits over that span. 5-pitch mix. Last time we saw him, or he pitched, I should say, it was last Tuesday against Detroit, allowed 2 earned in an inning of work.
3-game home run streak for Jurickson Profar. Stands in from the right side. The 7th inning stretch is brought to you by the Warrior Alliance, going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. To learn more, go to thewarrioralliance.org. 2-run home run for Profar last time up, and the pitch is inside for a strike, 0-1. 437-foot home run for Jurickson. Double-digit home runs now. 10-4 Sox. The lefty Gilbert comes home, and this ball's lifted down the left field line, curling foul and off the screen. Scoreboard updates delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Cubs lead the Brewers 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning at Wrigley. Cubs season has been tumultuous. Backhanded attempt at shortstop gets under the glove of Mydrop and the ground ball from Profar, and that allows the Braves to get the leadoff man on.
See if they give that an error or a hit. A couple of steps to Mydrop's right, ends up backhand side and can't come up with it. I think it probably should be an error. We'll see.
In other scores, the Phillies lead the Mariners 6-4. They're in the top of the 9th inning in Philly. Duran on for the save.
E6.
They ruled an error a moment ago, and Matt Olson sends a single into right center field. Profar heads to third. Runners at the corners for Atlanta on the 3rd hit of the game for Matt Olson, who is now 6 for 9 against the White Sox pitching in this series.
Back-to-back 3-hit games. Another one of those fastballs inside. Stays back up the middle. That swing is in a great spot right now.
Dodgers on the road in Denver. They got a 7-0 lead on the Rockies already. That game's in the 3rd inning. The Reds fighting for the postseason. They're playing the Angels tonight. Out on the West Coast. A bunch of West Coast games. Earlier, the Cardinals beat the Marlins 7-4. Pitches low and away. Mets topped the Nationals 8-1. And the Cubs took game 1 from the Brewers 6-4. Ronald Acuna is 0 for 2 tonight. Bats from the right side. And sends a ground ball through the hole on the left side. Maybe the Braves have another comeback in them. Chipping away. 3 have come to the plate in the 7th, and 3 have reached. Error, single, single. And give Ronald an RBI, scoring Profar from 3rd.
Tyler Gilbert doesn't throw real hard in the 88 to 90 range, and Ronald's able to stay inside, ground it to the left side, get a runner across.
Well, starter Shane Smith gave him 6 solid innings, and then Gilbert enters and allows 3 consecutive base runners. Pitching coach Ethan Katz making a trip to the mound.
By the way, have you looked to see who has the 3rd best record in baseball right now?
No, I was gonna venture a guess, but you have me.
Toronto.
If they can stay healthy.
Yeah. They've always had a good team, and I was actually listening to the radio today, and they were talking about their Blue Jays and last year how they stood pat at the deadline, believing in what they had, and this year coming back out and turning things around. And I think it's great for baseball to see somebody other than the Yankees and Red Sox at the top of that division.
Well, I mentioned the health because Vlad Jr. is now day-to-day. He's got inflammation in his hamstring. He hurt it on a stretch. It turned into the splits over at first base yesterday. Pitch is low on the first offering to Michael Harris. And they got some help coming. Bieber will make his debut Friday in Miami. Shane Bieber just announced that he'll be going. 1-0 to Harris, in for a strike, 1-1.
He's been good on his rehab assignment, too.
Big opportunity here for the Braves, and Michael Harris is second. Hit a 2-run home run in the first. One of the hottest hitters in the game right now. Left-on-left matchup. 1-1, sliders, swing and a miss. And the count now 1-2. Braves made some noise late innings last night, including a 4-run sixth. And then a 4-run eighth, but came up short. Swinging a ground ball to the right side through the legs of Acuna, handled by Sosa. It advances both runners. Olsen now at third and Acuna at second on the ground out for out number 1.
What happens if the Big Bear goes deep here? All of a sudden you have a 2-run game. We said yesterday, too, it was interesting because they brought Luke Williams in that game, and we thought it was a blowout, and the Braves decided to score 4 runs in that 8th inning and make it a game, and that'll be it for Tyler Gilbert.
So the former Princeton guard, Will Venable, comes to the mound and points out to the White Sox bullpen a 4-batter outing for the reliever Tyler Gilbert.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom, flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage.
Lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, Doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how Doers get more done.
Traffic and weather can't keep you up to date on what really matters to you. Make Chuck and Chernoff part of your routine weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan. Or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
It's a 10-5 ball game here in Atlanta. Elvis Peguero will be on the mound here, replacing Tyler Gilbert, the right-hander. Just got recalled from Charlotte today with a 5 ERA with 8 strikeouts. Over 7 appearances this season between the Brewers and White Sox. 2-pitch mix. Sinker sits at 95, and a slider. He throws about 50% of the time as well.
He's the third pitcher of the game for the White Sox after the starter, Shane Smith, worked 6 solid innings. Ronald was in the dugout, maybe getting some Gatorade, just had to rush back out to second. And a first pitch slider from Peguero, low and away to Marcell Ozuna. Smith ended up working 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 4, but allowed 2 home runs. Second offering low and away. 3-0, pardon me. Now to Marcell Ozuna. First base is open with Drake Baldwin, who's in a bit of a mini slump, waiting on deck. Peguero's 3-0 to Marcell. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded with 1 down. Drake Baldwin is 0 for 3 tonight. He was 0 for 5 last night. And the National League Rookie of the Year candidate could get out of the slump and give the Braves a big boost. Down 5 here in the 7th. The pitch. Low and in, 1-0 as he missed with the sinker at 96.
Drake 0 for his last 12.
10 home runs for the Braves in the sixth inning or later. It's the most in baseball over the last handful of weeks. 2-0 now the count, and that'll take Edgar Carroll out to the mound to chat with Peguero. And he'll call on the pitching coach to come join him. It didn't look like Ethan Katz was coming out. It looked like Carroll went out on his own.
Yeah, interesting. And Peguero's had trouble even coming close to throwing a strike. Pretty big moment here. You mentioned earlier, you do something big in this moment, all of a sudden it's a game again.
And Baldwin's come up big in big moments. He's 5 for 6 with the bases loaded this year. Braves have Olsen at third, Acuna at second, Ozuna at first.
And Drake has not stepped out of that batter's box the entire time they had the meeting on the mound.
So the conference is over. Back to work for Elvis Peguero. Hasn't thrown a strike since he entered out of the bullpen. The 2-0, low and in, 3-0. He's thrown 7 pitches, all 7 out of the strike zone. I don't know if any of the 7 even ever had the zone. 3-0 to Baldwin. And the rookie takes ball 4, and that'll force in a run. Profar reached on an error to start the inning. He scored on Acuna's single, and now Olsen comes home on a bases-loaded walk to Baldwin. So Acuna to third, Ozuna to second, and Baldwin aboard for Ozzie Albies, who is 2 for 3 tonight. Representing the tying run, and the first pitch in for a strike, and that one was low.
Yeah, you can't give that call.
First strike from Peguero. 0-1 on the way. Swing and a line drive into left center field. Acuna has scored. He's waving Ozuna home behind him. Baldwin to third. And it's a 2-run single for Ozzie Albies. Baldwin stops at third base. Braves within striking distance with a tying run at first now. It's 10-8.
Beautiful swing from Ozzie, and I don't think you want anybody else in that spot. Peguero all over the place, but Ozzie is always ready to hit. Gets a sinker down, stays back up the middle. A couple runs come across the board. Got first and third with 1 out.
Nacho Alvarez is the 8th batter of the inning. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Braves had a 2-0 lead after the first. They gave it away in the third. First pitch strike. Fastball over the inner third. 0-1.
On deck for Atlanta's number 17, Vidal Brujan. 17, Brujan on deck.
Brujan on deck in the 9-hole for the Braves. Swing and a miss and a slider. Braves reclaim the lead in the fourth, 4-3, and then a 5-run fifth, a 2-run sixth. Middle and innings are all Sox, and now the Braves have awoken the bats here late, just as they did last night. Elvis Peguero from the stretch with runners at first and third, and fires to first. No tag applied by Vargas. Peguero threw 8 straight balls to start this outing before he was gifted a low strike to Ozzie. Swinging a chopper off the plate to the right side. Sosa gloves, chases down one runner, throws to first, not in time. It scores a run. Ozzie went down to the ground halfway between first and second. It forced Sosa to take an extra step to get the tag on him, and maybe the difference as of now in Nacho being safe at first. The White Sox are taking a look but haven't challenged yet.
Great job by Ozzie. Nowhere to go. Gave him just enough time, it appears, to get Nacho to first base. He definitely beats it out.
And looks like that will be the end of the line for Elvis Peguero. Well, Venable back out of the White Sox dugout. And once again, it's the Arrow call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. Bottom of the seventh, Braves have closed within one. It's 10-9, White Sox.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom, flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food does...
Milwaukee, 21 games, a 6.19 ERA, 8 games with the White Sox. That ERA stands at 3.07. Things have gotten interesting. 10-9, 2 outs, runner on first here for the Braves.
Vidal Brujan will pinch hit for the Braves, hitting .232. The switch hitter goes from the right side against the lefty Alexander. Runner at first is Nacho Alvarez. 1-run game. The pitch, ground ball foul, just in front of Freddie Gonzalez in the coach's box. 0-1. So an opportunity for Brujan tonight. Alexander checks the runner twice, comes home. And a line drive into left field. A base hit keeps the line moving as Nacho Alvarez advances to second. And a pinch hit single for Vidal Brujan. Braves have batted around. Jerks and Profar coming back to the plate.
Brujan came in on the back end of the game yesterday, had a knock, a couple of hard hit balls from the left side, this time from the right side. Keeps the line moving.
Profar reached on a ground ball to the shortstop Chase Mydroth that he misplayed into his 9th error of the season that started this inning. He also hit a 2-run home run back in the 4th. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. The pitch to Profar drops in for a strike. That was a sweeper from the left-hander, and the count 0-1.
And this is Profar's best side.
Two on and 2 out. 0-1 on the way. Up and away. 1-1. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? And that original hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? Like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. 1-1 pitch. Low snap throw to first, and they got him. The White Sox, one of the best in baseball at catcher pickoffs, and Edgar Carroll is able to throw behind Brujan at first base, and that ends the Braves rally in the 7th. But Atlanta is able to push 5 runs across, and it's now a 1-run game as we head to the 8th inning. White Sox 10, Braves 9.
Dr. Ana Rojas just opened her own vet clinic where she treats all pets like family. That's why she banks with Mid-Florida, who always treats her like family too. Now her financial worries are barking up another tree. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Hazle caso a tu abuelita. Si tuviste un accidente de auto, vete a Complete Care Centers. Ellos te ayudan después de un accidente con los tratamientos y hasta con el papeleo. La ley de Florida solo te da 14 días para ver un médico antes de que podrías perder tus beneficios de protección contra lesiones. Visite tampainjurycare.com. Eso es tampainjurycare.com.
Complete Care Centers LLC proporciona servicios médicos y quiroprácticos. Visite tampainjurycare.com para obtener una lista de nuestros directores médicos.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can...
It'll be lefty Dylan Lee on for the Braves for the 59th time on the season. Braves currently down 10-9 in the top of the 8th. Dylan's working on 8 straight scoreless appearances. It's been 7 straight over 7 2/3 innings.
Curtis Mead at the plate now for the White Sox.
Curtis Mead pinch hitting for the White Sox.
Pinch hitting in Brooks Baldwin's spot. This is our Yanmar strike at the side inning. If a Braves pitcher strikes at the side this inning, Tommy Keith will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. Pop up the left side. Sorry, Tommy, that went by the wayside quickly. Charging in is Profar, and he makes the catch for the first out. Well, you can enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. Lee replaces Dane Dunning, who worked a perfect 7th, struck out a pair. Connor Siebold followed Bryce Elder. 10-9, White Sox with the lead, and first pitch strike at the top of the zone to Chase Mydroth, 0-1.
Very similar to yesterday. The Braves had Luke Williams in the game yesterday. They had to go to Tyler Kinley late.
0-1, missed away, 1-0.
Today you have Connor Siebold. Yep, Siebold go 1 1/3, and Dane Dunning threw an inning. All of a sudden, you've got to go high leverage now.
1-1 to Mydroth. Foul tip. Just digging up the final line on Elder. 4 2/3, 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned. Siebold, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned over an inning and a third. And now Lee following Dunning. 1-2. Ground ball to the third base side. Hot shot handled by Nacho, and a throw across for out number 2. You had some topspin on it, huh?
It's that ball you have to get behind and make sure that you don't let that topspin eat you up. Nacho's been really good at third base. It's been an interesting game. A lot of things happening. A lot of things happening yesterday as well.
And if you miss it, speaking of third base, Austin Riley ran the bases this afternoon, continued to feel some discomfort. First pitch in for a strike to Mike Talkman. Doctors will take another look at him tomorrow. Mike Talkman is 2 for 3 tonight. And that offering low. When I walked in today, it just started raining when I walked in the street level, got up to the press box. It was dumping. The tarp had been on the field. And we heard Riley ran the bases, and I said, when? Pitch is low. He was out running when J-Chad was the only guy in here.
I hope he can come back soon. I know that's been a little bit of an issue, and he has had it twice now as far as IL stints.
2-1 pitch has popped up into center field. Michael Harris like a statue out there, a statue with orange spikes, and he's able to make the catch without moving. A 1-2-3 frame worked by Dylan Lee. See if the Braves' late inning bats can stay hot. We go to the home half of the 8th inning and another shootout. White.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food...
3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. 1 call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
1 call, that's all.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar. The tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Get ready for the college football season when the Braves aren't playing at night. Join me for the Buck Belue Show with Kelly Kroll, weeknights from 6 to 8, right here on The Fan.
Curtis Mage stays in the game at third base for the White Sox. They got some action in their bullpen as Jurickson Profar looks at a first pitch strike. Nothing going to Profar. He was at the plate when the Braves got picked off to in the 7th inning. It was a major league high, major league best 8 catcher pickoff of the season for the White Sox. They got Brujan leaning. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Profar. Braves have 7 comeback wins this month, and in the month of August, that's the 2nd most in the big leagues. 1-1 to Profar. Backdoor sweeper missed. One was low.
Great call by Doug Eddings. This one starts off the plate and almost catches the bottom of the zone as it comes back over.
Profar had a stretch with 4 home runs over 9 at bats going back to the 6th inning at Cleveland. Pitch is low and away. That one, as a result of his 2-run home run in the 4th, and reach on an error to start the rally in the 7th. Alexander delivers and misses low. Profar reaches with the leadoff walk here in the 8th. Back-to-back 3-hit games for Matt Olson here in this series. They shade him to pull with the third baseman Meade playing way off the line and about halfway between third and second. Olson fouls the first one back. That was a cutter at 89 that was maybe off the plate. Nothing in 1. Another night of offense, Nick. 10 runs, 11 hits, and an error for the White Sox. 9 runs, 11 hits for the Braves. 0-1. Came back inside, but missed low. 1-1.
These at-bats late in the game have been so good by the Braves, too. And you don't have overpowering stuff from Tyler Alexander. The fastball's 89 to 92. Mixes a few other pitches in there as well, but you got to stay in the zone.
1-1. Sweeper low. 2-1. What's Olson looking for here?
I'm looking fastball middle of the plate, and if he gets a cutter or sweeper, if it's a mistake, you should be able to adjust and hit it.
Outfield straight away. 2-1 to Olsen. Fouled back.
There it was. Sweeper middle. Just enough off velocity-wise at 82 miles an hour.
It's now an 11-game on-base streak for Matt Olsen. He is 3 for 4 tonight after going 3 for 5 last night. Two-two pitch. We'll wait. A throw over to first. Vargas didn't bother to apply the tag. I mentioned the catcher pickoffs leading baseball. And Braves paid the price for that last half inning. They're fourth in baseball with 15 pitcher pickoffs. 2-2. Swing and a fly ball right field. Pushing Tauchman back on the run. It's over his head. Short hops the wall. Profar to third. Olsen to second. And he slides in safe. It's a 4-hit game for Matt Olsen, and the Braves have the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second with nobody out in the eighth.
And there's that mistake we're looking for. 2-2 sweeper middle of the plate. Matt Olsen's red hot. 4-hit day for him. First 4-hit day of the season. You got second and third. Ronald up. You like where you are.
Ronald will hand a bat to the bat boy and give him his shin guards as well. He won't get to see a pitch. Intentional walk to bring Michael Harris up, and that is certainly a decision, right? I mean, because Michael Harris is one of the hottest hitters in the game. They got a lefty-lefty matchup. But Harris has been sizzling.
I guess you kind of have to make that decision based off lefty-lefty, but I thought they might try to take a couple of shots at Ronald chasing.
Bases loaded, pitch to Harris, drops a bunt down, shovel glove from the mound, and they get the force out at the plate. What a play by Tyler Alexander. He never panicked. He just came in, gloved it, never took it out of his hand. And they had Profar by a good 10 feet.
Yeah, Snitch shaking his head, too. Not sure why Michael did this. I mean, I get the idea of trying to put some pressure on them, but at the same time, you've been probably the best hitter in the game for a couple of weeks.
In the second half, Michael Harris is second in baseball in average, first in slugging, first in hits. But he played right into their hands, and the Braves will still have the bases loaded, but now with one out. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Visit arrowexterminators.com.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true.
680 the Fan or the Fan. 1 out, bases loaded. The Braves trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the White Sox, Steven Wilson, the right-hander, making his 46th appearance on the year, 2-1 with a 3.12 ERA. 3-pitch mix. Leads with the sweeper. That's his best pitch. 4-seamers, 92-95. The changeup only to lefties.
Bases loaded for Marcel, and the first pitch is a sweeper low and away, 1-0. Another shootout here at Truist Park. It's a 10-9 White Sox lead in Game 2 of the series. The visitors took game one 13-9 yesterday. 1-0 to Marcel with the bases juiced. And misses low and in. Back-to-back sweepers to Ozuna. One away, one in. Marcel is 0 for 2 tonight, but he's been walked twice. Two-0. Swing and a pop-up off the end of the bat, left side, foul territory. Meade to the dugout railing and now back towards the diamond, and he hauls it in for the second out. Michael Harris with the bases loaded and a bat to go. Tried to bunt his way on, or at least squeeze home Profar. And Profar was thrown out at the plate by 10 feet. Now a pop-up for the second out.
See if Drake has another RBI in him with the bases loaded.
Drew a walk in the 7th in the same situation. Didn't have to take the bat off his shoulder. The pitch. Breaking ball low. Olsen is the runner at third. Acuna at second. Harris at first. Braves trail by 1. One-0. Fastball low and in. Wilson didn't like it. White Sox dugout doesn't like it. And they're barking at the crew chief, Doug Eddings, behind the plate. Doug's liable to bark back. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball, muscled into right field. Charging Tauchman, lays out. He trapped it. Kicks it back to the infield. 1-run home. Here comes Ronald. He scores. It's a 2-run bloop single off the bat of Drake Baldwin. And the Braves claw their way to the lead in the 8th. 11-10 Atlanta.
Drake snaps an 0 for 12 swing. Didn't hit this ball hard. Got jammed a little bit. Able to do just enough to get this ball in front of the right fielder. Tauchman, nice effort, but the Braves put 2 on the board, take the lead. A beautiful comeback for the Bravos.
Second in baseball in comebacks in the month of August, and the numbers fully support and show you just how impressive and important and pivotal a late inning lead is against the White Sox. To those in a moment, but first Ozzie Albies. And he pulls this one foul. 0-1. The White Sox are 0-66 this season when trailing after 8 innings. Ozzie is 3 for 4 tonight. Great strength by Drake just to get that thing into right field and just in front of Tauchman. The pitch low and in almost got him in the spikes. 1-1.
Just absolutely incredible stuff by this Braves offense. Down 10-4 through the top of the 7th.
Wilson delivers and stays up and away. 2 balls and a strike to Ozzie.
Those crooked numbers have been huge for the Braves lately. Early on in the season, it felt like they could not continue to move the line and couldn't get the crooked numbers on the board. So far, in the month of August, it's been great.
And it's been a yeoman's effort here in the 8th inning. Popped up, shallow center. This one up to the heavens. Racing in is Robert. And back to second baseman Sosa. He handles it. They're able to push across 2 runs. They do it on the strength of just 2 hits. A double and a bloop single from.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight. Fair and Farrah.
Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the do.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
How do you make an Airbnb a Vrbo? Picture a vacation rental with a host who's showing you every room like you've never seen a house before. Now get rid of them.
Who knows a lot and cares even more. You're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
A 5-run 7th, 2-run 8th is with the Braves ahead 11-10 as we head to the top of the ninth. Raisel Iglesias will be on the mound trying for his 20th save on the season. 54 games. The ERA sits at 4.01 on some sort of stretch lately. 11 straight scoreless appearances. 1 earned run over his last 23 appearances. We saw him get 3 saves on the road trip.
Guess Luke Williams isn't available. Here's the first pitch to Miguel Vargas, and he sends a hard-hit fly ball into deep left field to the track. Catch made. Vargas is out number 1. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Braves with an 11-10 lead thanks to a bloop single off the handle for Drake Baldwin. It's our Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. First pitch to Kyle Teal is swung on and missed. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. 0-1 on the way. Teal swings through that one. 96 at the top of the zone, 0-2. And Doug Eddings lost his mask. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Visit your neighborhood Valvoline for a stay-in-your-car oil change done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Braves trying to even the series with the White Sox. It was Baldwin who knocked Eddings' mask off. This one flared into left center field. Long run Harris, and he catches up to it in the gap. 2 up and 2 down. Just 4 pitches needed so far for Raisel Iglesias.
Yeah, great jump from Michael, too. Made this look pretty easy out in that left center field gap. Raisel's been on the attack with the fastball. You look at the last 2 months or so, that fastball has been the key pitch for him, the sinker and the four-seamer.
Dangerous Lenine Sosa at the plate. Homered yesterday, and he takes 96 right down Peachtree for his strike. That was center cut, 0-1. I wonder what Sosa's waiting for. 3-run home run for the White Sox second baseman yesterday. Big cut and a miss. That time on a changeup. 0-2. White Sox down to their last strike. They haven't won a single game this season when trailing after 8 innings in 66 tries. Wine in the 0-2 pitch. Low and in with 90. Missed with the sinker that time. Getting a fastball here, back to the changeup.
Got to go fastball. I think that's been that bread and butter lately.
1-2 pitch. Fastball low and away. Missed with 97. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's been so good elevating that fastball up in the zone. Looks like you try to overthrow a little bit.
Sosa's 1 for 4 tonight. 2-2 pitch from Iglesias. Swing and a fly ball center field. Harris racing in on a dead sprint. Lays out. Makes the catch. Michael Harris ends the game with a sliding catch in center field. And the Braves complete the comeback to even the series with the White Sox. 11-10 with highlights galore. What a win for Atlanta. This one had everything. When we return, we'll put a recap on this one, get you set for the series finale as the Braves come from behind and knock off the White Sox. Your final score, Atlanta 11, Chicago 10.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Want to earn a deal on the entire Toyota lineup at the national sales event? Then do as I say. Great job. You just earned a deal. Get $500 in bonus APR cash on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Offer valid through September 2nd, 2025. Offer entitles $500 bonus APR cash on the purchase of a new and untitled 2025 Toyota Tacoma vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
The original Louisiana brand hot.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Zach means business about his bike shop business, so he opened a free business checking account with Mid-Florida, who gave him $300. Guess his financial worries have rolled on out. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA, 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 6 months.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Imagine being on a vacation for a very long time. Now imagine saving money nightly while you do it. Sounds pretty great, right? With Vrbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more. Our customers save an average of 10% when they book select properties for a week or longer. Just in case you needed another reason to extend that vacation, book the perfect summer getaway today with Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank you later.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I'm truly humbled to stand here before you in Cooperstown with two men that pitched for me and two managers that made my life as a manager so challenging, and a hitter that we never did figure out how to pitch to him.
That's Bobby Cox during his Hall of Fame induction speech. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com. Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Campo Taco.
It's in front of 29,134 here at Truist Park. Braves hit 2 home runs tonight. That means you'll score $100 off a set of select tires tomorrow only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with your tire purchase, only from Tire Discounters. Learn more about the Braves and Tire Discounters round tripper promotion at braves.tirediscounters.com. We'll return right after this on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Hey, Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce. Perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta looks forward to welcoming you for all your travel needs and are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll. Listen for me with the Locker Room Team, Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
Braves take Game 2 of the series 11-10. We'll go for the series win tomorrow. That's our next broadcast. Braves take on the Chicago White Sox right here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Braves Radio Network coverage begins at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. First pitch follows at 7:15 Eastern. Martin Perez is the new probable starter for the White Sox. He's 1-2 with a 3.09 ERA. Hurston Waldrop will try to build off of a solid start last time out. He is 3-0 with a 1.02 earned run average. So that'll do it for tonight. A thrilling game here at Truist Park. Joe Virgin and Cullen Madden back in the studio. Also for Nick Green and producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Tom Hart saying so long from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, the final score, Braves 11, White Sox 10. Stay tuned. Coming up next, it's a Hyundai postgame show with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Tom. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game. And no surprise, it is Drake Baldwin, his 2-out, 2-run single. In the bottom of the 8th, gave the Braves an 11-10 lead. And, of course, Raisel Iglesias closed it out from there. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse. Coming up after the break, you're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Go
ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Hey, Mike. Are you giving away your Bronco again this year?
You know it. Let me tell you how. One lucky fan could drive home Michael Harris II's custom Ford Bronco. Go to winmoneymikesbronco.com and get a link to enter for a chance to win today. This year, it was all my idea. No purchase necessary. Odds depend on entries received. Open to select legal residents of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee 18 or older. Rules at winmoneymikesbronco.com. Entries must be received by and sweeps ends 9/2/25. Void where prohibited.
Hi there. I'm a four-leaf clover. You know, the lucky thing you used to look for. But now, with Lucky 7 scratchers from the Georgia Lottery, nobody wants me anymore.
There's a reason nobody picks you, dude. It's because I'm luckier.
Whatever, horseshoe. Shouldn't you be clomping down the street or something?
Shouldn't you be covered in weed spray?
This is my radio commercial.
For things not as lucky as
They're all the luck you need. Win up to $2 million with the Lucky 7 scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. One call, that's all. With Ken Nugent and his team. Ken's team fights for you and sticks with you from start to finish, working hard to get you your money quick. Give Ken and his team a call. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309. Hey, Braves fans. Some things just get better with time, like your love for the Braves and banking with Truist One Checking. It's checking for life, offering everyday essentials like no overdraft fees and a tap-to-pay debit card, and great extras you'll appreciate season after season, like automatic upgrades as your balances grow. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate with the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever. You can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey fans, don't miss a pitch, double play, or game-winning home run. Because life's best moments deserve crystal clear vision at Marietta Eye Clinic. Our 35 award-winning doctors cover everything from kids' eye exams to advanced surgeries with the latest technology. Our new Johns Creek Clinic and Surgery Center are open, and Cartersville is on the way, bringing you 14 convenient Atlanta area locations. With easy online scheduling, expert care is just a click away. Book now at MariettaEye.com. Marietta Eye Clinic. Your vision, our priority.
Fall's coming fast, Braves country, and deer season's right behind it. Whether you're learning a new lease, planning a public land trip, or headed to deer camp like you have for years, the onX Hunt app is your ticket to a better hunt. See public and private boundaries, drop trail cam and tree stand waypoints, map access routes and road systems, and share it all with your hunt crew. Even with no cell service, onX shows all of your content, boundaries, and your exact GPS location. Download the onX Hunt app from your app store and get after your best fall yet.
It doesn't matter if the headline is about the Braves, the Atlanta sports scene, or the college football world. Trust me, Home Team Brandon League, weekday mornings, 6 to 10, on the Locker Room on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Sales 3-2. Not a thing wrong with that. Here's the strike zone with a fastball.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Well, that was fun. Welcome in to the Braves Radio Network studios here in the Battery Atlanta. Barrett Sallee recapping the Braves' 11-10 victory over the Chicago White Sox, even up the series 1 game apiece. It was a wild night across the street at Truist Park. It started with a Michael Harris II 2-run home run in the first and ended with a Drake Baldwin 2-run single in the 8th, capping off a 6-run comeback for your hometown. Atlanta Braves. Let's get to the highlights, and there were quite a bit of them. Bottom of the first, no score. Matt Olson on base after a double. Michael Harris, the second at the dish, looking to stay hot.
3-1. Fly ball center field. Luis Robert Jr. to the track, to the wall. It is gone. Michael Harris, the second, scorching hot, sends a 2-run home run over the wall in center field, and the Braves leap in front 2-0.
It was a no-doubter, 421 feet for Harris. His hitting streak now 12 games. Top of the third, 2-0 Braves. White Sox have runners on second and third with one down. Mike Tauchman at the plate looking to crack the scoreboard for the first time.
The pitch, and this one's looped into right field. Acuna, long run. It gets down and will roll into the corner. 1 run home. Here comes Vargas scoring all the way from first, runs out of his helmet, which he left back at third. It's a 2-run double for Kyle Teal into the right field corner, and the White Sox claim the lead here in the third.
Bottom of the fourth, 3-2 White Sox. Ozzie Albies on second after a leadoff double. Now 2 down, Jurickson Profar at the dish facing Shane Smith with a chance to give the Braves the lead.
And this one's driven high and deep to right field. Hello and goodbye with one swing for Profar off the top of the chop house. His third of the series, and the Braves leapfrog their way to the lead on his 2-run jack.
437 feet for Profar. It's the second time in his career that he's homered in 3 straight games. Top of the fifth, runners on first and second. Miguel Vargas at the plate against Bryce Elder, looking to tie it up.
Miguel Vargas swings at the first. They're jumping all over Elder early, and they're going to wave him home. Here comes the throw. Meidroth tried to walk in. The ball got away from Baldwin, and he scores standing up after reversing field to step on the plate. Aggressive move by Justin Jershell, the third base coach, to wave home Meidroth, and Profar's throw beat him to the plate.
Lenyn Sosa digs in 2 batters later with a chance to put the White Sox back on top.
Here's the 1-2. Soft line drive to the right side, found a hole. Tauchman being waved home from third. Ronald's throw going to third and overthrew the cutoff man, and that allows another 90 feet for Lenyn Sosa. It turns an RBI single into a 2-base hit.
After Bryce Elder walks Andrew Benintendi, Luis Robert Jr. steps in with the bases loaded and a chance to add on to the White Sox lead.
Carousel will be spinning for the Sox. Here's a 3-2. Swinging a line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball past the reach of Nacho. 1-run home. Sosa coming home. And now the way Benintendi. It's a bases clearing 3-run double for Luis Robert Jr. And the White Sox now lead this thing 8-4. It's a 5-run fifth for the visitors.
Elder was pulled after that. His final line, 4 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 8 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Top of the sixth, 8-4 White Sox. Kyle Teal at the dish against Connor Siebold with 1 on and 2 down in the inning with a chance to get the Sox to double digits.
High fly ball right field. That ball is looped towards the chop house, and it is gone. 2-run home run for Kyle Teal. Second home run of this series. He has 2 hits tonight and 4 RBIs.
10-4 Sox, but here come the Braves. Bottom of the seventh, runners at the corners with nobody down. Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate facing Tyler Gilbert.
Ronald Acuna is 0 for 2 tonight. Bats from the right side. And sends a ground ball through the hole on the left side. Maybe the Braves have another comeback in them. Chipping away. 3 have come to the plate in the seventh, and 3 have reached. Error, single, single. And give Ronald an RBI, scoring Profar from third.
Later in the inning, Elvis Peguero comes in for the White Sox and issues a 4-pitch walk to Marcell Ozuna. That loads him up. Drake Baldwin steps in against the wild righty, looking to get another one across.
3-0 to Baldwin. And the rookie takes ball 4, and that'll force in a run. Profar reached on an error to start the inning. He scored on Acuna's single, and now Olson comes home on a bases-loaded walk to Baldwin.
After 8 straight walks for Peguero, he faces Ozzie Albies next at the plate, and Ozzie gets the Braves a couple of runs closer.
0-1 on the way. Swing and a line drive into left center field. Acuna has scored. He's waving Ozuna home behind him. Baldwin to third. And it's a 2-run single for Ozzie Albies. Braves within striking distance with a tying run at first now. It's 10-8.
After Ozzie, and he brings the Braves within 1.
Peguero threw 8 straight balls to start this outing before he was gifted a low strike to Ozzie. Swinging a chopper off the plate to the right side. Sosa gloves, chases down one runner, throws to first, not in time. It scores a run. Ozzie went down to the ground halfway between first and second. It forced Sosa to take an extra step to get the tag on him, and maybe the difference.
Bottom of the 8th, 10-9 Sox. Braves load the bases with nobody down. But after a Michael Harris II failed bunt attempt and a Marcell Ozuna pop-out, Drake Baldwin steps in, looking to give the Braves the lead.
Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball muscled into right field. Charging Tauchman lays out. He trapped it. Kicks it back to the infield. 1-run home. Here comes Ronald. He scores. It's a 2-run bloop single off the bat of Drake Baldwin. And the Braves claw their way to the lead in the 8th. 11-10 Atlanta.
7 straight unanswered runs gives the Braves the 1-run lead. We head to the top of the 9th. Braves still up 11-10. Raisel Iglesias on the mound trying to close it out for the Braves. Lenin Sosa at the dish as the White Sox final hope.
2-2 pitch from Iglesias. Swing and a fly ball center field. Harris racing in on a dead sprint. Lays out. Makes the catch. Michael Harris ends the game with a sliding catch in center field. And the Braves complete the comeback to even the series with the White Sox. 11-10 with highlights galore. What a win for Atlanta. This one had everything. When we return, we'll put a recap on this one, get you set for the series finale as the Braves come from behind and knock off the White Sox. Your final score, Atlanta 11, Chicago 10.
Tom is right. There were highlights galore in that one. Dylan Lee gets the win. He's 2-3. Tyler Alexander the loss. He's 4-11. Raisel Iglesias gets another save, his 20th of the season. Hey fans, there's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Drake Baldwin. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Right now at the Home Depot, you can stack up on storage solutions that fit your needs. Like heavy-duty shelving, strong enough to hold up to 2,500 pounds per shelf. So it can handle all your lawn and garden tools, your power tools, or your weight set, if that's what you're into. Because the right storage should work for whatever your day throws it in. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle.
Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting Braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area. area.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare's Heart Care Services. When it comes to your heart or someone close to you, nothing matters more than receiving the absolute best care. It's crucial to seek out doctors who are renowned experts in their fields, highly skilled, and pushing the boundaries of heart disease treatment. At Emory Heart and Vascular, you'll find a large team of specialized physicians and nurses dedicated to your heart health. They offer more options for customized treatment solutions that work for you. To learn more, visit emoryhealthcare.org/heartcare.
If you're a working electrician, you've got two options. Work for a contractor and have no power or leverage. Or work with us and have your choice of jobs with multiple contractors, protection on the job, benefits for retirement, and people that have your back. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. If the second option sounds better to you, come join us. Visit IBEW613.org and click Join Us.
This is Buck Ballou reminding you to look for my podcast, Buck's Beat, twice a week on the Fan app or subscribe to the feed at 680thefan.com.
You're locked into the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, driven by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Welcome back. Barrett Sallee here in the Braves Radio Network studios. Fans at Racetrack, we understand the importance of good food, cold drinks, and a great game. Be sure to download the Racetrack app now to stay up to date on amazing in-store offers and become a valued rewards member. Racetrack, for whatever gets you going. Drake Baldwin was the hero of the night. His 2-run, 2-out single in the bottom of the 8th gave the Braves the 11-10 lead, and Raisel Iglesias would not...